What happened? What happened?
Did you hear that?
No.
Reilly, the biggest sigh in the world, got caught on.
Good. Welcome back to Szechuan Live. It is time for the Wednesday show.
Tajwan.
Tajwan.
That was close.
Yeah, she's gone. And it is time for Collider Live, the last live episode of the week. So, what an amazing episode it will be today. Not only are we going to be talking about the Joker trailer, which dropped today, we have two very special guests coming on the show. Tyler Hoechlin, you know him as Superman. And Alexandra Daddario from San Andreas, True Detective, so many of these. She's been in a lot of great stuff.
Percy Jackson, right?
Percy Jackson. And now they're going to be in here, and they're going to talk about their new movie, Can You Keep a Secret, which is in theaters and demand on September 13th. They'll be in here at 11:30, which will be it'll be fun. It'll be good to talk to both of them. But we are just getting ready to go to New York here, Rox.
Yeah,
Roxinator. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
What time's your flight? Well, don't tell me what time, but when are you leaving?
I'm Thursday red eye, so I get in Friday morning.
Okay.
What?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Well, yeah.
Crack at dawn.
Okay.
Just let you know. If you care.
Cool.
Great combo.
Yes. You guys will be missed this weekend, the Macuga and Reilly. I don't know what the Reilly is, but it works for me.
I liked it.
You know, Reilly.
Sounds like an Olympic
event
sport or something. Yeah.
Let's get back on track. It's
You just did to yourself what I do to you sometimes, but you did it all by yourself.
Myself. It's true.
You were missing me doing
this
it.
This morning was tough.
Oh, what
I'm
happened?
not gonna lie to you. Last night, the baby last night. I still call her a baby. She's almost 2, but I love this kid, and she's the cutest kid in the world. She's the fucking worst sleeper that has ever been put on this earth. She's like a Vietnam War vet. I swear. You step on a rock and she wakes up like it's 3 houses away.
Sucks.
And she was up last night. I wound up passing out, kind of, sitting in a chair with her. And then 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, I put her back and she sleeps for a little bit. I have to be up normally. I'm usually up by 6 o'clock, so I lay back down. I'm up by like 7:45 now. Now my wife is trying to do everything, trying to get the kids ready to school. My oldest is it's usually we get her at school by 8:05. It's 8:10 and she's eating fucking pancakes, right? So it's like
what time does school start?
8:05. And so I'm like, your class is starting right now. She's like, well, I can't eat this, and she starts walking. I go, sit down and eat the fucking pancakes, right? And so it's just a disaster all the way through. Finally get her there. Get my oldest there. I'm with the youngest. My wife comes back. She's like, do I have time to take a shower? I'm like, no. I'm like, I got to get in the shower myself. She's like, what have you been doing the whole time? I'm like, what have I been doing the whole time? I did the dishes. I'm drinking coffee. That's right. You drink your coffee when you should be. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm up. I was up until 6:45 or 7 o'clock with Nick Nolte over here.
What's he doing, the Warrior?
I was there. Yeah. I was there.
Don't you guys have 2 showers in the house, though?
Yeah, we have like 3 showers. But what this is again, and what would the baby be doing if we were both showering, Roxy?
Sitting?
Right. That's
you cannot both be in the shower at the same time.
I think she wound up taking the baby into the shower with her afterwards.
In the fucking shower, it's gonna drown.
No,
that's not how showers work.
Come on.
Are you kidding? How's it know? How's it know?
She's 2 years old, Roxy.
Yeah, but when your face is in the water, you don't
know. She moves.
That's like
she's not like this.
That's an innate ability of a human being.
Are you guys being serious? You can't leave the baby out, but you can bring it in the shower.
No, some people can leave.
You're supposed to put the baby in the tub. I've seen that a million times.
I'm not saying she's not a baby. She can get out now. She's 2 years old. She can walk out. She can run. She can do all these things.
But she can't stay out by herself.
By the
way,
makes
no sense.
That's fine. Don't have kids. And then I'm in the kitchen, and before the wife gets back, and I hear, ah! I hear you.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? And I look out, and I just see my wife standing there, like frozen, like your ex-wife, like in that movie, with her hands in the back. And
Gray skies, baby.
Yeah, gray skies. And
like
I'm
what?
Bring up gray skies. Adam, this mic's a little.
His ex-wife in what?
Did you see that somebody bought a copy of Plasterhead
that I made
in German?
She's on the poster.
Just put gray. Adam, can you turn this up just a little bit? My mic is so I can hear. Good, perfect. Gray skies.
Grey.
Yeah, gray skies.
Grey.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And a gray skies
Come on, he
poster.
wore that hat every day for 2 years on Schmoes.
And I know you're. Here it is. Yeah, right there. So this is basically how my wife was standing when I saw her today.
Sweet ass.
And I was like, sweet ass. Is that what you
Remember when Macuga got mad for somebody talking about his wife's vagina?
Yeah, but that's my ex, so I could give a shit.
Yeah, but it's a compliment.
That was a joke.
It was. Nice touch. So anyway.
I feel so
sweaty.
uncomfortable.
Is it because the air conditioner? And Adam, by the way, Adam's by himself today. No Alex.
That's
no
comedy. It's comedy at its finest.
You don't like
Roxy.
it? What are you waving a fart away
What's
from
the
me?
matter?
What are you doing?
What's the matter?
That freaked me out.
Why?
What?
It was worse than when Dagnino said about his sister's booty.
They're
Wait,
both bad.
Do you think this bothered me or?
I don't know.
Okay, because it did.
know.
It really did.
It was a joke.
It's not like it's not like you leaned over and said, "What was that like?"
Did you fuck it? Did you put it in her butt? Do you guys do butt stuff?
How could you pass that up?
Oh, man. You married that ass? All right.
I tell you what, I also divorced that
Oh,
ass.
yeah, you did. This morning on Collider Ass Man.
Gray ass.
Gray ass.
Where is Show Me the Booty? Where is Show Me the
Adam,
Booty?
don't
guy
put
alone.
that on Adam.
No,
Don't put
leave
that
the guy
on
alone.
Adam.
Don't
Shit.
put that on me,
Don't
Ricky
put that on
Bobby.
Ricky.
So I don't even know if I can follow this up anymore.
I might have to text her just to say sorry.
So my wife and her sweet ass are outside, and she's doing.
Say that it's your wife.
And she's got the.
You want to hear something funny? My wife broke her tailbone. She got a real sweet ass.
Because she got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up.
All the way up it.
You know what that movie's from?
No.
Heat.
Heat.
I love Heat.
Yeah.
I've seen that a bunch of times.
It's an improvised line. You could see it, by the way, with Hank Azaria, and he says to him, he goes, "Why would you do that? Because she got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it." Anyway, so my wife is out there, with the orange back, and I'm like, and she's frozen. And I'm like, what? And I walk out. She's like, no. I'm like, what? What am I looking at here? And she goes, big spider. And I'm like, where's the spider? And I look over. She's like, no, right there. And it's really normally there's an exaggeration.
Yeah,
that happens.
sure.
This was like the thing from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That attacks
In the house.
Sheloop.
outside on the porch. Yeah, Sheloop.
Sheloop.
And it's this big fucking web and this massive spider, right?
Oh,
and
God.
I'm like, now normally on the outside I say
Get the blowtorch.
Now, normally on the outside I say it's the spider's domain. You're in my house. I'm gonna get you. I know some people like to catch the spiders, throw them out, but these black spiders. You're in my house. You're dead.
Yeah.
But if you're outside, it's your house. It's where you live. It was kind of a slippery slope. You're on
the porch.
You're on the
Sounds
porch.
like Ken's
It's on the
situation.
property, but you're outside.
You're on the porch, and I got to protect my wife and my daughter here, so I'm gonna raid your ass. So I went and I got the raid, and I just half the can on the fucking thing. My wife's like, "Stop spraying," and I'm like, "Nah, it's too big, too big." And then I was like, "Did it fall? Did it fall?" She's like, "No, it's still dangling." Right? And I look, and it's finally, and he finally looks at me, and he's like, "You were the one," and then I just got rid of him. But it took a while to get rid of that spider web. It was like Spider-Man shooting fucking webs all the way over New York.
Why did you
Thank
ask your
Adam.
wife if it had fallen? You couldn't see, like you're covering.
Well, I was
'cause the
going around.
raid?
I was putting the raid back because I didn't want, God forbid the baby got her hands on it. So I was like,
got me.
yeah. So he looked. He's like,
Baby can shower. Baby can't get hands on raid.
No, you don't. Wow.
See, the one with the raid, that's the most important.
As a quick story. So my brother was like the angel kid, right? And so my mom said when she had Ben, like she could go and take a shower and she'd come out and Ben would still just be like playing with his toys, whatever.
Right. You'd
She
set the
had-
house on fire.
She came out the one time and I'd taken all of her makeup and just started drawing.
That's what we're talking
Put
about.
it in the carriage.
And just sit her in the carriage while you shower.
The horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah.
No,
correct.
like isn't there like
cage.
the thing that they sit at the table, like
Their
it comes
crib?
down.
I mean, they're
high
chair.
chair. High chair.
She was just in her high chair for eating. She don't want to be here anymore.
How
She's
long is
dead
your
out.
shower?
Listen, there's a lot of things going on in the morning.
Wait, okay, so I'm kind of with Roxy on this and
Yeah.
asking for a friend,
Yeah.
myself.
For yourself.
If you put the child in the high chair,
Right.
they're like this, right?
Yeah.
They would squirm
Squirmy.
and whatnot. Could you get in the shower for like 2 minutes?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but also remember this: that during that time that we're unloading the fucking dishwasher, getting the oldest food ready. That's where we use that time to put the kid in the high chair.
Yeah.
And because she can eat. Because eventually, Dada out.
Yeah.
Mama out.
But tough shit.
Okay.
Sure.
I cannot wait.
Go ahead.
I'll visit you in 15 years.
You have to listen?
Yes, it's a child.
Dada out, you have to take it out?
You want to hear them scream? It makes your life miserable.
What's a cry it out method though?
Cry it out method is sleeping. That's a different thing.
You can't do that for the daytime.
That's just mean.
We should all make a pact like at the end of it to come back 27 years later to see Roxy's kids.
Well, it's just always it's just going back to the inappropriate conversations. It's just I almost want to use a text when you do start dating someone. Please use protection.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm not ready.
No. I don't know if you ever will be.
Just jam it in a hole. It'll be fine. Just shove the baby in the hole.
You're talking about the baby. Okay.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's my bad on that one.
Batting 1,000.
Did not see that one coming. I should have done it. Just jam it in a cupboard.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is.
It sure
Sorry,
is.
Rox. Big up to Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's true. We're not going to Brooklyn.
You should
That's true.
Yeah.
Who's going to Brooklyn?
Manhattan.
Oh, you're not going to be there Friday morning. I was going to take you to my hometown. I'm going to Bayside. I did watch.
What time?
Barstool did a review of my favorite pizzeria.
VIP.
Pizza.
Yes. And I was watching it last night. I was so excited to watch the review of it. And the guy's just about to take a bite. And my wife sits down. She's like, "What are we watching?" I'm like, "Well, I want to watch the look. They're reviewing pizza." She's like, "I have an hour to watch this fucking Bachelor in Paradise thing before I have to go to sleep in the morning." I was like, "All right, fine, I'll watch it later." Yeah. And I didn't watch it.
They did a cool one yesterday with a guy named Gaetano. They went out to, I think they were in Long Beach, and he had been in the hospital for a year watching the pizza review, so they did one with him at this place. I forget what it's called, like Chiquino's or something like that. I like those pizza reviews. Yeah. I think it's a cool bit.
Like they brought the pizza into the hospital?
No. He had finally got out of the hospital after a kidney and a heart transplant, and he was able to eat some pizza.
Do you think we'd be able to play the review? Probably not, right?
Well, VIP pizza?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Barstool's always good.
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna check it out and go see it. I was thinking about doing something if there are people in New York that wanted to. If anybody wanted, like any fans were in that area on Bayside, come meet me for a slice.
I like that.
I'm gonna do that.
How are you gonna get there?
Coming in hot.
What?
How are you gonna get there?
The train.
You take the train?
Yeah, Long Island Railroad will take me straight from the city into. Actually, this
you can
spot
take
right
the. Can you take the Q or the R too, or does the subway not go?
Well, the Long Island Railroad drops you off at Bayside. You walk up and you're on VIP.
Oh, okay,
it's right there. Yeah. So, anyway, we're very excited to be in New York, and I hope that you guys, if you're on the fence about it, East Coast, man, New York, we're going to have a really big show for the title. Paul Oyama, Jeff Snyder, Haley Fouch, who I just spoke to, very excited to play Ethan Irwin in the first round of the tournament. It is going to be a big event there at the Symphony Harmonic. Make sure that you go and check it out. Get tickets. It is the schmodownlive.com. Get the tickets today, the schmodownlive.com.
How are ticket sales going, Kristian?
Spend your holiday weekend
over
with
450 so far. We think we have like, I don't know, it's like 50 left or something that we can. So we're hoping that we can get rid of those 50 by the time you guys that show rolls around on Saturday night. We're going to give a few more away. We also did find at least one of those VIP tickets from Arizona that we'll give away those also.
I messaged that guy. I'm like, hey, did you send two?
He didn't even, but when he sent it, he didn't even send like a note. He just. That's when he sent it. He just like forwarded it over. Like it wasn't like here are the tickets to give away. It was just a forward of someone who bought tickets. And I was like, oh, okay, so I guess someone bought tickets. But I guess
what if he accidentally forwarded it to you?
No, it was the guy.
Okay.
So we sent 2 different emails with 2 different tickets.
All right, that's fine. So then we have 2 tickets, I guess.
Sure.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
I
Very
have
nice
2
of
for Arizona as well.
All right, so we have a total of 4.
2 what kind?
I'm looking
regular
right now.
GA, but we have a total of 4
We'll give those away
Arizona
next
tickets.
week.
Next week, okay.
For Arizona.
We're going to give away. We'll give away 6 general admission New York today.
I have.
Whoa! Does that mean
6.
3 sets of 2 or 6?
6 total tickets, so 3 sets of 2.
3 sets of 2.
Yes.
Roxy, you have to ask all the questions since you make fun of all the questions I ask.
I don't make fun of them. They just are all about you.
Well, no shit.
He didn't do that.
I'm my favorite competitor.
Well, we will do. Yeah, we'll do some.
I
Schmodown.
should be in the tournament. I should be the most recognized Schmodown competitor of all time, but I'm not.
You
it's
are.
fine.
It is. You are a little.
one of them.
You're definitely up there as far as most games. I think you're like number 3 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have a manager.
Nah, I don't want any manager. You guys are useless.
That's nice.
I don't need anybody coming out with my entrances and don't compete. I don't need that. I want people that compete, want to hang out with me.
I came out with you once.
Did you?
Do you know what we did?
No.
You did a keg stand and I held your leg.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
that's what a good manager does.
That's the only thing that a manager actually does. So there you go. Physically, mentally, sure, whatever you want to call yourself.
I go to the gym for that reason.
Yeah.
For hold Josh's leg during the keg stand.
And guys hit on you at the gym for holding keg stands.
Yeah.
But you will be there on Saturday night. You'll be there on Friday night.
Yeah.
But Saturday night is going to be very exciting. Looking forward to it. Now, Orlando is also happening on the 19th. Thank you. The 19th of October. And the
19th of October?
Of October, yeah. The main event of that.
It doesn't sound right. It is right?
Yeah, October 19th. It's September 14th, October 19th.
September 14th, October 19th.
Yeah, and October 19th. So the schmodownlive.com, get your tickets. But like I said, we're going to give away a total of 6 tickets today for New York general admission. So only call. We'd probably do that around 11 o'clock so we don't bounce over to our guests.
Because when are our guests coming?
11:30. So let's start hitting some movie news, unless there's other things. Well, you want to talk about what happened with John Paul Jones?
Well, I just am so distraught over Bachelor in Paradise.
They're turning him into a heel, I heard.
Hardcore.
Man, you really invested hard in this. I like that you jumped on board.
What in my life have I not invested 100? I don't know how to halfway be in something. I just become so obsessed with everything.
Well, I saw Monday's episode, and after hearing what you guys said, and I loved everything I saw with John Paul Jones. He almost throws up again on his date, which is amazing.
Yeah, that was fine.
He's cracking me up. He makes me laugh every single time he says something. The best, though, is, what's it? Shashwash?
Jedwan.
Shoshash?
Something
Shoshana.
Taj.
Whatever.
Tajwan.
Tajwan. So Tajwan's sitting down, waiting for after he gets this date with the twin, right? Yeah. And so she's sitting down like,
Haley.
And he comes over and he's like, hey. And she's like, well, are you going I haven't seen you since breakfast. And he's like, yeah. And he looks over and goes, oh, there she is. And he just walks away.
It was so funny.
It was like something out of like
you saw the cartwheels.
Like a comedy. What?
You saw the cartwheels,
The cartwheels was great.
Great cartwheels.
Cartwheeling down the beach.
He's really good at cartwheels.
Here's the problem, though, Kristian, because here's what happens. Yeah. That's all fine, and I think that it was great that Tayshia didn't mind if he was going on.
Tayshia's the hottest person ever be on that show.
She's very hot. Yeah. Doesn't mind.
Tayshia,
well, you don't like her?
No, she's
incredible.
She's
the hottest. She's the hottest person ever crossed to go on that show.
And she got a cool personality, her smile. Yeah. I just love her.
Yeah. When Colton got rid of her, I was like, you are the biggest idiot in the world.
Colton, by the way, I've never seen so. The only thing I've seen get shit on more are New York pigeons destroying ledges because these people were shitting all over Colton.
You're a pigeon, I'm a seagull.
But they were shitting all over how bad of a kisser he was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
little cock.
Because this is the stuff.
Sweet ass.
This is the stuff I don't know. Is Colton? Did he end up with somebody or no?
Yes. Yeah, his season was first of all, he was a virgin. His season.
The fence jump guy.
Fence jump. Yeah. He ended up with a girl that he was obsessed with, but she wasn't totally obsessed with her.
You remember the conversation with
Ramsey? Yeah, but are they together still?
I think so.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. Okay, so here's the problem, though. So John Paul Jones going out on these 2 other dates on that week. Tayshia's fine with it.
Yeah.
Tayshia starts to make a relationship with Derek. And in last night's episode,
Tell me.
John Paul Jones cannot hang. He is in hysterics.
Yeah, because he wants Tayshia.
He's in love with her. Yeah, she's the only one.
It's the weirdest
How could
turn.
she do this? And then he all of a sudden is like, Derek's a creep. Derek is into younger women. Derek has told me about the DMs on Instagram. Yeah. Derek is fucking his fans. Yep. Derek's a horrible guy. Derek must go. And at the wedding, so then, at the Bachelor in Paradise wedding that they go to, I don't know who these 2 people are.
Yeah, it was
something in Goose. Somebody in Goose.
And Chris.
Yeah, hated that wedding.
So whatever, they go to the wedding, and John Paul Jones makes a scene.
Yeah.
And
that was the best part.
And screaming at Derek.
I saw him doing this thing.
And Derek's like, okay, can I address your points? And John Paul Jones is basically like, no.
He would not let him talk at all, even when he comes back to the beach.
And he has like that crazy
face. They turned JPJ heel. I like it.
He's a lunatic.
And you know that one of the producers said to him, like, don't you think Derek's a little old to be here? Don't you think that Derek's
instigation? That's why when these guys say it was scripted, and it's not scripted. It's
antagonized.
It's being able to make them do stuff.
You know what JPJ kept saying was, I will not go on your podcast, Derek. I will not go on your podcast.
This is what I realized about The Bachelor in Paradise last night, is that have you seen Cabin in the Woods with Bradley Whitford?
Yeah, of course.
And they're sitting there watching. They're like, let's send the zombies in. It's like, I'm so happy. Everything's going on. I was like, let's send in the ex-boyfriend. You know, it's like
Of
they're
course.
I love
and,
that.
and
That's the
I
best
get it.
part about it.
I get it, and but
It's a fucking show.
the wedding got me to where it felt like
What
was the really hot
Oh,
ex-girlfriend's
jeez.
name?
Angela.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous.
Really?
Oh man.
I didn't love how much surgery she had gotten.
I
I've never
couldn't
seen
tell.
her before, so maybe she didn't. But she
Yeah.
had that. This is
that face.
yeah,
It's that
yeah,
face.
yeah, like with her lip, the way that it was.
You can always tell
Put
it's
together.
always-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's always.
But who knows? They all said she looked amazing. So I don't know. Maybe that was just.
Now-
What are they gonna say? You don't have a real face.
No, but everybody kept making a point,
Sweet
not
ass.
to her. I'm saying direct to cameras.
right.
Everybody kept being like, "Wow,
looks
Angela
great.
back with a vengeance. She looks amazing." And I was like, "I don't know what she looked like before, but."
Right.
The best part about John Paul Jones
Reilly,
is
what are you
that
doing?
like
It's a guest. It's
They're
our
here?
guest. Yeah, no. Hold on.
They canceled.
No, they're fine. Everything's
Guys,
fine.
Riley wants us
Everything's
to hold on. Everybody just hold.
Hold the phone.
Scroll.
You can talk.
scroll.
You don't
Hold
have
on.
to ask me anything.
Josh, hold on.
So JPJ's. So like okay. So how I imagine him is like like the dudes that come they fresh off the bus. They come to LA. They go to an acting class and like okay, you're angry and that's how John Paul Jones is like. You cannot tell me things, and that's like okay, good job. Let's bring that back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text Jared. I want to see if Jared can call into the show.
Jared was at the wedding,
Jared was at the
so
wedding.
he saw John.
I know,
John Paul Jones.
that's what I'm saying.
I want.
Dean had the best opening of the episode of all time because everybody knows
No,
Kaylin's a
that's
crazy
so-
person.
Yeah, but that's so messed up what he did.
No, Dean's the best because you could tell as soon like that post rose ceremony, she's all into him and he's just like looking after this and is like, this is a botch.
Yo, this is
I
what I've
botched this.
realized,
She's
though.
the worst. She's the worst.
Really? I don't
Yes.
think that. Here's what I
You
realized.
don't get
though.
that from this season, but you got it from Colton's season.
Is this a dude thing where you guys suck at knowing days, like what days to do what things?
Probably.
Okay. Because to break up with somebody on their birthday,
Yeah, not the best.
that's
Oh,
not,
is that what happened?
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
I saw.
After he gives her the rose and all this
it
stuff.
looked like it was
and
gonna.
She's like,
That's another. But that's got to be another producer thing. It's like, yeah, you might as well. You want to tell her now and don't string it along. And then, whoops. And then he tells her. It's like because that was. At the end of it, it's shitty.
Yeah, his timing was
Yeah.
awful.
That mustache
I
is
respect
ridiculous.
that he goes in to say, "Listen, I know myself, but dude, pick your day."
I don't like her
Yeah.
anyway, so I don't care.
That's
Yeah,
what you
I'm
just
with you.
said.
Yeah, she's the
But
worst.
I mean, she was literally hooking up with somebody else 24 hours later.
Correct.
So.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
who-
totally
who?
fine.
Connor?
Connor.
Who's that?
Colin?
Is it new? Is that a new
Colin?
guy?
Connor?
No, it's a
yes,
new
New guy comes in.
Yeah, it's a new guy, and yeah,
She was
he-
like, I've been waiting every day for you to come down the stairs. And I was like, while you're in Dean's mouth?
Right.
Like,
And she dated Mike. That thing with Mike is gone.
Yeah.
Completely. What's
Mike is, I don't understand.
He's just like disappears in the background.
I
And they're gonna make that guy the
love
Bachelor.
Mike. No,
Mike is
apparently
the
not.
best.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because they can't.
No, didn't it just come out that he's not the Bachelor?
I
think I just read that.
I like the guy a lot, but
I
it's
do
like
too, Mike's
if he
nice.
can't. But the thing is, they haven't featured like you see the personalities shine on the show and they follow them.
Yeah.
That you can't. He's
you
just
can't
too,
make a season
He's too
out of him.
normal.
Here's the
He's
thing.
too normal.
He's just like
He's
a
normal,
handsome,
nice guy.
dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Derek has managed to be a handsome, nice dude who stayed in the spotlight.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
although I was a little, by some of John Paul Jones' accusations, I was a little questioning now of Derek's motives.
Well, because of all the stuff that's but I mean,
See,
that's,
I'm not
but that's,
at all.
But that's
I
the
feel
culture.
bad for him.
But that's the culture. That's the culture.
Yeah.
In general, it's like so
I
because-
felt bad for him too.
But is there truth to it? I don't know. I'm just going off of what
I gotta
you know.
see it.
They're all trying.
But it's also not crazy to fuck your fans. That he was saying that like that was illegal. Like
not.
like me like hashtag me too. But he was saying like he's met people in his DMs, which is not like
It happens, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that that's how you should be.
There are many Hollywood types
Right.
that I will put quotes around that I know of for a fact that bang fans off DMs on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm
For
trying
sure.
to see if we can have
Jared call
I
in.
really want to see
They're in
Jared.
New York right now, I think. I asked him to come on Sports Time on Friday, but he couldn't.
Yeah,
do
no,
it.
they're coming on the show. I think in like a week or two.
Are
But
they,
trying,
they're
yeah.
in New York. Are they coming to the show?
no, because they're leaving like a day before. He actually asked Ashley if they could stay in a couple more days.
And she said no.
No, I don't know. They haven't told me yet, so they may come if they're going to be there. But anyway,
They
so-
were really cute at the wedding.
Yeah.
Jared and Ashley. They got a little bit of screen time.
They always do.
Yeah, and like as the bride is walking down the aisle, instead of looking at her, Jared and Ashley are kissing, and the camera just goes to them. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it was good.
Yeah, especially when you follow their. I mean, I wish that you would been watching that. I wish you would have watched their season.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm finding it all.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to some movie news here because there's Well, let's just jump right into it. The Joker trailer.
Sure, let's do it.
Pops there, or just Joker trailer. This movie, to me, is, if you can separate the fact that it's not going to follow the comics, it's not going to connect into the DCEU or whatever it's called now. It's just a standalone movie, very similar to what like Burton did with Batman and took his liberties with it. This looks, and you and I talked about this. This looks more like a Martin Scorsese movie than it does a comic book movie, and I'm on board. I think it looked great. It definitely, it's so much king of comedy, more so than like. Did you like the trailer? Did you like the trailer, Adam?
Cool.
I guess so.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. What did you? I mean, because that's right up your alley. Those type of things, right?
Yeah, I like it dark. I like it real dark.
Yeah.
You and Joker have the same haircut.
Oh, that's true. Would you?
Being, yeah.
Would you dress up as the Joker for Halloween this year?
If you pay me enough, sounds great.
Yeah.
What about a big bottle of whiskey?
Sure.
What do you say?
So, listen, I
like
didn't. So every time I got a lot of hate on Twitter, it was the last movie talk I was on. Shocker. Yeah. I was like, I'm not really psyched for this. When somebody pitches me like a cerebral look, I know I talked about it yesterday, like a cerebral look in the mind of like the meltdown. But this trailer, the first trailer, I was like, meh. This trailer sold me. Yeah, totally, 100%. This is why you release two trailers, because the first trailer, Josh Macuga not on board. Now, Josh Macuga very on board.
Yeah, and you got
I
more
like that
story.
you sent out like Caesar and Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah, you got more story, which more character. Like it crushed me that one moment when he's playing with the kid and the mother's like, stop leaving, leave my kid alone. And
He's a creepy dude on a bus.
And he's creepy, sure, but he was also, I feel like he was like legitimately trying to be cool to the kid.
Right.
And so the levels that he's going for, and then he did that laugh, like walking through the hallway. And I went, what is going, like, it just.
I love that.
Exciting.
He's like, you don't listen to me. He's like, all I have is dark thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's great. I can't wait for this movie. Roxy, how you feeling?
I really like this teaser. I like the first trailer. I really like the first one better, though.
Really? Well, you can fucking leave. No, okay.
Mostly musically. I thought that it was that was a little bit stronger. I think that this one wanted to, because people have been questioning story, this one wanted to explain story more, and it did that, and it mission accomplished, and it worked really well. And especially towards the end where we're getting more scenes, I liked seeing what it would look like. I enjoyed it. I like the he looks up, he sees himself on TV. He's thinking this is going to be like his big thing. Nobody's laughing. Now I see why. You know, that was a really strong moment. We're piecing it together.
Yeah, and it's just so perfect that De Niro's playing that role when you go back to
Do we
King
think
Comedy.
that this is set in today's world or no?
It looks
No,
like
it's in the 80s.
Yeah, it's the 80s, right.
So how would they have a video? I guess, if they took the video at the comedy club, I'm just saying, like, because it would usually be like leaked cell phone footage.
Well, no, but I think that it was the set that they shot. From what it looks like, is that when he goes, "Hey, can you introduce me as Joker?" I think that's before.
Oh, right.
And then
right.
he does his set, goes to watch it, and then they shit all over him, and he probably loses his mind, and that's why they see it almost looked like the Dark Knight at that one point when they're all on the train, except not on the boat, but all on the train, and he's with his henchmen. And it looked. I'm excited for this movie, man.
Me too. It's my most anticipated of the year.
Yeah, it's probably like number 3 or 4, but it's up there for me for sure.
It looks really good. I just have heard strange things about the script, but I don't know if I care.
I don't care. People said that they read the script, they put and then they put their
execution of director is.
Well, they say it's all I've heard that it's like, whoa, people, it's going to be divisive. And I'm like, oh, great,
whatever.
Who cares?
I just want. I can't wait to see it. I'm pumped for it. But speaking of anticipated, we can say that for the end of the year, you get 3 movies, only 3. I have 2 questions for you today that I've been thinking about, but this is one. 3 movies that you can see this year. Only 3. What are your 3?
Well, Men in Black Intentional, for sure.
JT's new movie. He
what?
said it.
It's amazing.
JT put out a tweet of like his favorite, his underrated, his whatever. Like one of it was why'd they make this, and it was MIB intentional.
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 So
That was a
good.
good.
I didn't
JT
take those.
moment.
Your tagline was great.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of running around into my hectic, and he sends it to me. I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, what am I missing? And then Reilly goes intentional. I'm like, there it is.
Men in Black Intentional. We do things with purpose.
But what are your 3 movies? You get 3 movies, and I
Okay.
want the audience to play along too. You get 3 movies, only 3 that you can watch for the end of the year. No, not 8, just 3.
Or anticipated, or ones we've already watched.
No, coming up for the remainder of the year. You only get 3 of them.
Okay.
What would they be? Roxy, you got yours?
I got mine.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay,
Sure.
the Joker, for sure.
It's just Joker, Mark.
Yeah.
Come
Is
on,
it?
don't be an
Now
asshole.
it is,
Joker.
yeah.
It's not the Gray Skies. It's just Gray Skies.
Great ass, though. Joker, Rise of Skywalker, Doctor Sleep.
Okay.
What's Doctor Sleep?
Doctor Sleep is the sequel to The Shining.
Yeah, that's not yours.
Right.
And Rox?
You lost your pen. I'm definitely Joker, Rise of Skywalker, and
Yeah.
then I'm between a couple of things. So I
Gotta pick one.
um
I only get one.
I guess that well, I'm sorting it out. I'm between
5.
Bombshell, Rambo.
4.
So I'm not gonna pick.
3.
You do this to me all the time.
No, this is different. 2.
Why?
Because this is a full list.
What is the countdown to?
1. You lose.
Jack Black.
Oh, I lost the game. I would probably say Bombshell just because of that teaser.
Well, you've said mine, and you've said mine. So, Rise of Skywalker, Joker, and Rambo.
Rambo.
Come on.
Rambo.
What do you think this is? Yeah.
Okay, I make fun of it all the time.
If you don't pick Rambo, you're dead to me.
No. Well, clearly it's Rambo and Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Obviously, looking very close to those.
Last
But
one.
I want to see this Ad Astra.
What's that?
Ad Astra, yeah.
Ad Astra, it's
Ad
the Brad
Astra.
Pitt one.
Is that Reilly's ex's movie?
Yeah.
Ad Astro. That Astro.
It's the Brad Pitt movie that's 20th Century Fox, now Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ad
I'm worried
Astra.
about it.
What about that Will Smith movie?
Gemini Man.
Yeah, man, that looks cool too. That's
Also,
Ang Lee, right?
Also the 3.5-hour Netflix movie of Scorsese's.
Irishman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5, 3.5.
Yeah, but that's why it needs to be on Netflix. So I can watch it. It'll take me 3 weeks to watch it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, seriously. It's a long ass movie.
I mean, can I be your +1 to Rambo if you get the Rambo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just remind me though, because otherwise
Stole it.
Creed will happen.
Oh, is that
Doctor
what you're
Sleep.
saying?
Can I be your +1?
Yeah, you got to remind me though, otherwise Creed happens.
I'll remind you.
Why doesn't anybody want to be my +1?
No one really.
Can I be
likes
your
you.
+1?
Whatever.
I probably won't have to remind you.
Nobody asked me if they could come. It's really
To where?
sad. To
Roxy, can
any
I
of the
come to your Doctor
screenings.
Sleep
Yeah,
screening?
that's fine.
Okay.
It's fine with
Cool.
me.
I didn't even know you got +1s. I thought you just always took your friends that we don't know who they are.
Nobody
Like,
ever
this
wants
is my
to come
friend
with
Greg.
me.
He's the coolest. Like, what the fuck about us? Aren't we the coolest? Exactly.
I do take a different person to every screening.
Yeah, you do. You're like, this is my new bestie, Eric. I'm like, who the fuck is Eric?
That was the
Who has
loudest one
seen
I've
this
ever heard.
person?
Is
I
he
love that
doing
Kristian
that?
literally went back to 5th grade. He's like, I can do it. I can do it.
The deadpan. No, I'm doing the Ronnie Dangerfield though.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you can do that. How
I
do you
can
do
do
that?
something.
You just gotta cuff it.
Like, what are you doing with your hand?
Put it-
To
cuff
what
the
part of your?
pit.
Do it on the outside so I can see. I want to try it. No, do it on the outside so I can see.
Can't.
No, but show me where, what.
I guarantee you I can do something with my
I don't
arms
know.
on my body that none of you can do, and
How
it's
do
like a
I?
swimmer's
How do you make
trick.
a noise?
Well, the worst part about it, the worst one.
This is
I got-
great radio, guys. Adam Smith just left the
If you
booth.
can, no, if you can, as long as
Wait, what are you doing?
you're cuffing it, don't worry about it.
I am worried.
So Joker trailer coming out
a
soon.
weird thing for me
It
to
just
be
came out
doing.
today.
Can you guys slap your biceps off the sides of your bodies and make a clapping sound?
No,
Let me,
try it.
let me see what you mean.
See,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is, you can make a good radio as long as you tell what's happening, like a sports announcer.
You're gonna have to show some.
Macuga's
skin.
taking a course,
Oh my
taking a
God.
shirt. What is that?
Wow, how are you doing that?
That's
Are you
all right.
snapping?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
snapping.
it doesn't
your
sound
bicep
good.
against your
Sounds like it
foot.
hurts.
It was like an old swimmers thing. Like that's how you got warmed up. I could do it with both.
You're just banging your ribs together.
That's
wanna
not how
make-
you do it.
Yeah.
We should clip this out for later.
Can you do this with your body?
Guys, I can flip my eyelids inside out and do weird shit with my hands.
Should we clip out and just say because she got it?
Yep.
Do you guys want to see my eyelids or no?
Yeah.
No! Yes.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
yes.
Do it.
Okay,
Do it.
okay.
Do
Yes.
it.
No,
do
I
it,
don't
do
want
it.
to see this.
Do it. Do
Oh,
it.
this is yeah. Ah!
I hate that.
You'll float too.
I don't like that.
You'll float
I don't
too.
like
I
it.
can do that.
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
And I
Rox.
do weird things with my
I don't
hands.
like it.
Because remember, I can't point, so they
Yeah.
all.
The audience always gets freaked out when I do the thing with my
Oh
arm.
my God, yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Do the.
I do it like when I'm sitting. They're just
can't
like,
do anything.
yeah,
Can you
shit.
guys make a clover with your tongue?
I don't want to see
No.
it. Oh wait,
I can't
No.
do anything with my tongue. I'm not one of those.
I can
clever
I
people.
can eat stuff. That's
Yeah.
oh I don't know what that
Wait,
is.
what's
that? Clover.
It's like an
That's the
alien.
Clover,
Uh-huh.
Good lord.
I don't know. It's like a genetic thing, actually. I think.
Yeah, it's one of those like
Yeah.
you know when you were in school and it was like, do you have hangy lobes or non-hangy lobes? Do you have a widow's peak? No widow's
Yeah.
peak. Can you do
Yeah.
roll your tongue? Not roll your tongue.
Yeah. All right, good
Yeah.
stuff. Anything
All right,
else
good
going
stuff.
on with news?
Yeah, news. We got Michael Bay's coming back. The Bayhem train keeps rolling. He is
Bad
set
Boys
his.
4.
What's that? No, sorry. Titled Black 5, the film will re-team Bay He's going over to Sony, back to Sony to do this, and he's reunited with his Transformers writer Aaron Kruger, as well as his 13 Hours producer Erwin Stoff.
Doing what's the movie about?
And it's the plot details are scarce at this point, beyond the fact it'll be high on action.
Yes.
Shocker. Solely based on that assembled crew. Collider's article here says that Black-Fi will oddly horny for helicopters. What does this mean?
Is this a war movie?
It's
Probably.
Yeah, it looks like it's a war movie. Big high on action.
You got a better shot of it being watchable. Because even
Horny for helicopters.
like 13 hours, Ellis. I wish Adam. I don't know if it's too much. Don't worry about it. But if you can bring up 13 hours, Schmoes Know review and. Just get
Did
to
you like it or not like it?
Just get to the score
where
we score. This is one of the. It's one of
Vinny
the classic
Mancuso
moments.
wrote this article and it said,
Vinny's
"No word
great.
on whether you need to see Black 1 through 4 to understand the story." It's a pretty good line. I like that. It's pretty good.
Yes, 13 hours. So there it is. Now, towards the end of it is when you'll get the score. If you can fast forward through the score, once we get the.
Look at this guy.
You have 100,000 views on this.
It's a long time ago.
13 hours was an
So let's
anticipated
go
movie.
Go
I'm just
back,
saying
keep
it's
going.
really good, Christian.
Keep going. No, you got to go back. Yeah, that way. And then let's see. Let's click on that and see. No, probably a little bit.
I don't remember you looking like that.
This was Ellis before
Oh,
box
yeah, right here.
jumps,
Turn it
'cause
up,
he's
turn it up.
Jacked now.
Please. This is it. You got it. Here, pause for a second, Adam.
Okay, great.
And then there should be the little thing on the side, right? That little volume thing. You see
Lower
it?
left.
See the volume thing to the left? Right there. Now turn that up, and that should do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's patched in.
Oh, it's not patched in.
I don't think it's patched in.
No. Well,
Guys, not patched in.
because this.
Let's watch it on silent.
Yeah, if we see it. So
Scroll.
I'm waiting to see.
Scroll.
I don't know how they do it. This movie. This. I'll tell you right now. Going back 8 minutes for this review.
That's
too
a long. That's a long
Way too
review.
long.
It should have been 13
Yeah,
hours.
don't worry about it. He
You
gave
should
it.
do a review of your reviews.
Yeah, he gave it a 5.
Would that be funny?
He gives it a 5 out of 5, and I lost my mind. I think, and people kept. It was one of those ones we talked about for a long time.
I think I saw your face when he does
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There it is. There it is. All you have to do is look at the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. Yeah. But anyway, so but the thing was, it was a movie. When he does movies, when he does movies like this, they're at least watchable. They're
They
not
appeal to
the Transformers movies to me are unwatchable.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like the first one. I think because being a hardcore Transformers fan, it's a shit movie. It's so like Optimus Prime running around a house and no one knowing that he's there. I mean,
Just
come on, it's so stupid.
Entertain me for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Gray skies.
Have you seen my
Great
Fart
skies.
noise. Fart noise.
If these two directors that have done literally nothing bomb Bad Boys 3, do you think we never get another Bad Boys, or do you think Michael Bay comes and does Bad Boys 4? So the
Depends on box office.
Michael Bay.
If box office,
That's what I think.
yeah, if box office eats it, then no, you're not.
Okay.
They're not going to take a risk on it. I
Okay.
apologize. Right, moving on.
what do you
Moving
think
on.
Bad Boys 3 makes first weekend? Depends on the trailer, maybe.
50.
50 million. Yeah.
Why
That thing's gonna
farts?
cost like $300 million.
It's not going to make it's
It
yeah.
could
If that's
make
the case,
65.
What's it going to do worldwide? Will Smith is huge worldwide.
it just
so-
depends on Will
What'd you
Smith.
call him?
If Will Smith takes his
World
if
Smith.
his rate is if he takes a lot of money for his actual rate, unless he's getting back end stuff and producing credits, that's what I would hope he would get. Because if you're giving him that 15, 20 million now, that's not worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
9 million maybe. The ninth million.
$9 million. Could be the 9th Bad Boys.
Could be the ninth.
Definitely 8.
The 8th million.
I don't know. He's worth 8 million at least. How? I don't understand.
What? You don't understand much.
You're not good.
When it comes back to this,
You trying to do that was just this.
No, the realization in Roxy's face right now. She's going. I don't understand. And I said, you don't understand much. It's just.
Sad.
Well, just when the whole thing with the
Don't
shower
come
thing
at me
set
like
me off.
Saul.
Saul yesterday.
Saul called in the pre-tape too.
Yeah, he called it in the pre-tape.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
I like the feud. I do like it.
Me too.
The
You
feud
guys
between
only
and
like
Saul.
it because it's me.
Salty.
And Saul.
And so.
The banter is
It's
fantastic.
great because it looked like an absolute disaster when he said that thing to you.
It was going so bad.
But I knew what it was, and everybody else was like, "Oh my god!" I was
Yeah.
like, "No, that's just a reference to what Roxy said to him."
Yeah,
So
no, it
calm down,
almost got
everybody.
bad. It almost got bad.
Yeah, no, he's smarter than he sounds.
Saul.
Yeah.
That's the most insulting thing you've said.
Totally.
Yeah, it's kind of was.
You don't understand much.
But again, I know the people from New York, and he's like, yeah, that's right.
I was live streaming last night, and people were coming
Oh, good for you.
What'd they
and
say?
people were coming into my chat asking me, like, how old do I really think Saul is? I really have no concept of it.
36.
I was going to say
Yeah.
35.
Yeah, I
say
think he's around
36.
there.
I like that he's going to hide in the background. I'm definitely giving him a shout out in the crowd.
100%.
Well, that's like what
Yeah.
Thrawn did. Thrawn didn't,
Right.
approach you and let you know.
True. David B was the only one who did, and thank God he did, because now he does work for us now.
That's great.
Yeah, he's done.
David B.
He did the Corruption song. He did Rachel Cushing's song at Comic-Con, which is killing it. He's working on one for Who's the Boss. He's working on one for The Family. Oh, I just
We've been
realized he
thinking
worked
about-
on one. He just worked on one, and I have to announce. You know what? I don't know if I should announce this now. No, that's it later.
Do it.
No, that's it later.
We've been thinking about. I know why our song is our song. It's our team name, but I think
What's your team name again?
The Odd Couple.
Oh, Odd Couple.
Oh, how dare you?
Former team champions of the world.
Yeah, I got nothing
What?
on that one.
So, what
Do you
you want
think
to
he
change?
knew and he just asked anyway, or do you
No.
think he really
I think
didn't know?
when he heard it, he went, "Oh yeah," but I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I don't-
yeah.
The wild berries are not supposed to know stats.
Correct.
It's not
They
stat.
play by
I
their
know,
own
but-
rules.
We do a show
anything.
together
That
3
we
times
live
a
on
week.
Wildberry Island. Okay.
Finish what you were saying.
But I feel
Your
like
song.
we need a little bit of pump up.
Yeah.
It's a little meandering.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can talk to we'll talk to David B. He's probably listening, and maybe that'll be the next one he works on.
I do like it though, but might be time.
No, David B. David B. David. It's okay. Davey Johnson was the coach of the 1986 Mets.
Davey Johnson.
Yeah.
On a totally unrelated thing. Okay, so Saul's name, obviously Saul.
Right.
Okay,
Rosenberg.
We hired this guy to be our camera operator for an old Casual Mafia sketch, and he comes in. He says, "My name's Raul." And I was like, "Oh, like Saul?" And he's like, "Yeah, just like that." And I was like, "Do you spell it like Saul, like S-A-U-L?" He's like, "Yeah, but with an R." I was like, "Oh, okay, I get that."
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was like, "So Raul?" He's like, "Yeah, but everybody in America has trouble pronouncing Raul." And I was like, "Are you sure about that?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, that's why I went by Raul." And I was like, "I think more than
He probably
anybody-
met JT in his first day
He's
here.
like, doesn't everybody that sees your name go like, "Oh, hello, Raul"? He's like, "Nah, I go by Raul." Like, what?
You know, Raul was my go-to before Frankie Biscuits and
Ralph Biscuits.
Ralph Biscuits.
Yeah.
Before any of that, it was always Raul.
Raul.
I'm like, what's that guy's name? Raul.
He said it like
Raul.
he could pronounce it. You pronounce
Raul.
it.
Raul. I'm gonna bring it back because Raul is a very underused name that no one uses, and it's very bizarre. Like when you say, like, "So do you know that guy, Raul?" No, not Raul.
Raul's a good dude.
Yeah.
Raul and Roxy.
Raul.
Raul. That's Saul and Roxy together.
Ja
Or
Rule.
Roxy.
Ja Rule.
All right, what's next?
What's next is James Gunn's Suicide Squad has added Nathan Fillion in an undisclosed role. It's
Taika Waititi.
And Taika
Yeah, we said
Waititi.
this yesterday. We talked about
Yeah, but that was the pre-tape.
Oh well, yeah. Why don't
so
we talk about it twice?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. How about that? You like the way I predicted the future?
Well,
Catch me outside. How about that?
But we didn't talk about Nathan Fillion.
we didn't talk about Nathan Fillion.
Well, his last name is Fillion, and his first name is Nathan. Moving on.
Raul, Nathan,
Yeah.
Fillion.
Nathan Fillion's
It's
always a
interesting
good.
when Christian doesn't give a shit about
No, that's not
news
true.
and-
Now, Nathan Fillion coming into the Suicide Squad is good. You know, he's done Marvel. You know, he's doing this, and I think that he's also the fact he's very big in the geek culture. And
Yeah, for
people
sure.
love when he shows up. Wendy is going to lose her mind. Yeah.
You just did like the Reilly. We have news, and here it is. And you're like, Nathan Fillion is good. He's good. He's been in movies.
And the
He
job
likes
of this man is to
people.
be an actor. What he does is he steps in front of the camera, and then he reads the script. He does the lines, and then he acts.
Have you
And he's in this
This
particular
is
movie.
Some
So,
exciting news that
I like
just
Nathan
happened.
Fillion, and I think he's a person.
Yes, he has hair.
and he does. He has hair.
Best friend's name is Raul.
Raul.
He has a
Not
acting
Raul.
career. That's
R
also
with an R.
Saul.
Not Saul.
Roxy, you want in on this?
Raul with an R.
Bowels.
Not
like
no
the
bowels when you have to
bathroom.
take a shit. Not
Towel?
bowel. Raul.
Raul.
Towel.
Almost like what
Dry
a wolf
yourself
does
off?
on the top of a mountain. Raul. That
I think
type
that's
of.
Towel.
Thank you so much.
I had a friend named Rahul, and it was hard to pronounce because
Right.
you would always say Raul,
Right, he
but
said,
he
"No,
would go,
Raul."
no, Rahul.
Right. That's just being a dick.
That's-
Because he knows with that
There's
name.
an H in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he knows people are going to say, "Hey, what's up, Raul?" No, it's Raul.
It's the
Rahul.
same as the Guardians of Gaul.
I like that
Gahul.
movie.
And the
That
Owls
is an
of
underrated
Guardians
Zack Snyder
of
movie.
Owl.
It is a good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Nathan Fillion's in that movie.
Hey.
What's
There
that?
it is. This is a cool story, actually. Bill Hader is writing an ambitious script that he hopes to direct. So he's working on it and wants to direct. Has
Who's
directed
calling
a
it
couple.
ambitious?
Bill Hader is.
Yeah.
Mother.
Oh.
He shouldn't.
Sorry, that was a low blow. I'm terrible today.
You say your mother.
Idiot. I went full 5th grade. Her mom is not.
And then, yeah, it's just one of those.
Oh, bummer.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Riley Owen had sex with your wife. His wife's in a coma. Shit. Sorry.
It's okay, I'll forgive you forever.
You know what, Roxy? I'm going to stand outside for the next 10 minutes until the break.
I can already see the
probably
hug coming
best.
during the break.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. This is the second time you've had to grab my hand today.
I know.
Do you have a hernia?
First one.
Because I said sweet ass.
We do have a friend who has a hernia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Who's
Not
that?
good. You know,
Bummer.
we don't
I don't want to say.
Mark Ellis again?
No.
Did that happen already?
Yeah,
Mark Ellis
yeah.
got a hernia.
Yeah.
My
Wait,
brother
but why
had a hernia
don't
when he was
people
in
like to
third
say
grade,
when they
fourth
have a
grade.
hernia?
I have a friend named Chris Ahern.
Nia.
Nia. Yeah.
Nia now.
Chicker. Mark Reilly not enjoying
Your
today's
glasses
episode.
fog up?
I'm going to, a little bit. No, I'll be completely honest here. I was looking at the news so I could be prepared.
Yeah.
Missed everything that happened here.
Good for you.
And then took off my glasses going, well, it is one of those days.
Yeah, it is. It's
So,
good. It's complete lunacy.
And a
Yeah.
friend named Jasmine.
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 Challenging, yeah.
I once,
Don't
when
do
I was
that,
very
Jasmine.
young, 14, so my wife doesn't get mad at me. It was like a makeout session with a girl named Yasmin.
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 Yasmin Bleeth.
Yeah, Yasmin was her name.
Oh, yeah. I used to, when
That's
I,
like Jesus, right?
Yes.
Because you don't.
you know when you're like, so when I first moved to LA, I was delivering groceries for this thing called Yummy.com, right? It
Yeah.
still exists.
I
It's
still
actually-
use it.
Yeah, Yummy's great.
I use Yummy or a day.
Do
Yeah.
you really?
I love Yummy.
Yeah, Yummy's great. Okay, so one of like my first deliveries, I get, and it's they would put like a lot of famous people will put code names in, right? Funniest one was Dom Herrera would put Ringo Starr in. I'm like, all right, Dom, you're not that famous, just put Dom Herrera. Anyway, so I get this, and it was like Carol Servandowski. It was like a very normal like name, and I get there and I open the doors. It's like
Jamie Lee Curtis.
no, it was Yasmin Bleeth.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, I loved her in Baywatch. Obviously, every guy that had a penis at that time did, and
many girls with vaginas as well.
as well,
Yeah.
that same thing. And so she opens the door, and I was like, undoing the groceries, other things, and I was like, ah! I looked at her. She's like, "Are you?" I was like, "Hello," and she like kind of reacted. And I was like, "I'm sorry, I was just a big fan of Baywatch." She's like, "Oh, great! Would you like to come in?" I was like, "What's happening?" Then I brought the groceries in, and she like signed her check, and I was like, "All right, bye." And she was like, "See ya," and I was like, kind of like backing out, and I thought she was gonna like keep saying something to me, and then I like tripped over her couch. Like it was a total scene out of a rom-com. Hit my head so hard on her like door, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm just an idiot. I'm just gonna leave." And we get back.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
We get back. Yeah, we get back to like the store, and I get my manager like, "Hey, did you do something weird at Yasmin Bleeth's house?" And I was like, "No, I just like fell off her couch and hit her head on her door." She's like, "Yeah, she's concerned about your well-being." And I was like, "Oh, Yasmin Bleeth cares about me."
Will you please find a way and see who her publicist is?
Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
No, I'm not either.
Please try to get Yasmin Bleeth on this show if she's still doing
This
press.
was 10 years ago.
I'm just saying.
Who cares?
I
How do
wanna
you not
get-
remember the delivery guy falling over your couch and slamming his head on the
Who
floor?
we need to get is Amy Adams. How do you not remember sculpting?
Well, that's more.
Macuga's
That's
wee-wee?
strangely enough, that's more gettable.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, that's
We should do both. We should have a week of Macuga people.
that's great. Okay, so did we talk about anything else? Other news that we need? To
There is. We could talk about this last thing because it just broke, which is the motion smoothing on TVs and how the
Yeah, I hate it.
yeah they
Get rid
just
of it.
Wait, I actually don't know what you're talking about.
It's basically
the
makes it
48
look like
frames?
48 frames when you put it like it's
Oh.
horrible.
it's
Okay.
horrible.
Hate
So Martin Scorsese, Ryan Johnson, Christopher Nolan, Ryan Coogler, and Patty Jenkins have created an initiative to create a UHD alliance to get rid of that, put it on all the TVs, that it's an easier thing to do because these filmmakers are sick of doing all this work that they love and that they're proud of, and then when you get it at home, the motion
different.
smoothing.
I hate the motion smoothing.
It looks.
It looks like like basically when you saw The Hobbit in 48 frames.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
looks
it's
like
the
you're
worst.
watching it on set, and like it doesn't have the film feel.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
the setting is called that they're trying to add filmmaker mode. A press
great.
release confirms that the UHD Alliance has partnered with Vizio to introduce the setting
Why-
on its 2020 smart TV lineup.
Why don't we have it? Is it expensive or what?
I don't know. I don't know why they do it, but
Yeah.
I have to change it every. It
I
drives
was
me
at a
crazy.
Halloween party one time, and they had that motion smoothing on Human Centipede, and I was like, "Why?"
Oh, God.
Human Centipede was on in the background, and I couldn't stop watching it. And I wasn't for the Human
This will
Centipede
look like
because
a
it was the
documentary.
first time that I'd ever seen that motion smoothing before. And some guy's like, "You really like Human Centipede?" I was like, "No, I'm just. Why is this TV like this?"
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts watching it, and then this girl comes over. She's like, "Are you creeps just really interested in Human Centipede?" He's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta just no, I gotta walk away."
And it was Yasmin Bleeth.
And it was Yasmin Bleeth.
What's next?
It was not
that
a
it?
great look.
We have some Mortal Kombat casting roundup if you'd like to know. They're
Well, yeah,
casting up.
we had a
Yeah,
We
our
had,
dude.
yeah, let me
our-
get it here because they just cast a number of roles.
Tell us
Shang
now.
Tsung, Sonya Blade, Kano.
Kano's is
The dude from House of Lies.
no, Kano I thought was who plays who.
Yeah, the guy that came in from Wu Assassins.
No,
Dan.
Louis Tan.
Louis
Yeah.
Tan.
Louis Tan.
Louis Tan is not Kano.
Who's Louis Tan?
I thought there was a rumor that he was going to be cast as Raiden.
No, so the rumor was maybe Raiden, but it's not
They haven't
Raiden.
said who.
Apparently, it's not Scorpion either.
Right, but he is in the
Because
movie.
Scorpion
the
was
movie.
just cast.
Scorpion
Who's
was just
playing
cast.
Sonya Blade?
Let me look.
Jessica McNamee.
Yeah.
I want to be Sonya Blade.
Joe Taslim is playing Sub-Zero. Ludi Lin is Liu Kang. Jessica how do you pronounce
McNamee.
it? McNamee is Sonya Blade.
Where do we
Josh
know her
Lawson.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Jessica
Nice.
McNamee.
Josh
looks like
Lawson is Kano.
He's from House of Lies.
Oh, Raiden has been cast. I can't pronounce that. Tad Nadubu Asano.
Tadanobu Asano.
I like the unknowns.
Mekad Brooks is Jax.
Yeah. I like the
Sissy Stringer is Melina.
Okay.
And Louis Tan, which we don't know who it is.
Nobody.
Right. Okay. Look. So they're ready. They're casting it up. They have big
We
moves here.
know-
A lot of unknowns.
Based off what he said to us, probably a good guy.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what he wants to
It
do.
could be Johnny Cage, but Johnny Cage is white, right?
Yeah, but I mean they're changing stuff up all the time.
So
I think you're allowed to 2019. You're allowed to do that.
No, I know, but they're like kind of going on in the movie based on what the characters look like in the video game, is what I'm saying. So just to like not confuse people.
Hiroyuki Sanada is going to play Scorpion. He is the actor that Ronin, Hawkeye's character, took on in that scene in Endgame. You remember?
Yeah. He's great.
Okay, and then we have Chin Han is playing Shang Tsung. Chin Han is the actor in The Dark Knight that Christian Bale goes to China
right.
to get
Yeah,
and bring back to Gotham.
Good cast.
It's a great cast.
Good cast. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, look, Mortal Kombat. There's the cast.
When is Mortal
and
Kombat coming out?
Next
Year?
year.
End of next year?
I don't know if it's ending next year, but I think it's.
Let me see.
Todd Garner said something about it. I forget what he
Well,
said.
if they just
March
started
5th, 2021.
Oh shoot! So
Wow.
2 years.
year and a
Yeah,
half. Yeah.
about a year and a half.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go to break. Adam, are you good to go to break here? Yes, you are. Okay, when we get back, we're going to take some phone calls from you guys, and we're going to give away some of these tickets from the New York event. 6 tickets, so 3 sets of 2. Make sure that you call in just a little bit here. We'll be asking some trivia questions to you guys. Only call in if you're going to be in the New York area. So we will do that in just a little bit. And then at 11:30, Alexandra Daddario and Tyler Hoechlin will be in the studio, and they'll be talking about Can You Keep a Secret? Oh, can you keep a secret? We'll be right back.
Nice
It producer sued over.
Hey guys, Reilly here, and let me tell you about Rule of Two. You looking for a Star Wars fix? Well, Rule of Two is that show. It drops in on Collider Video's main YouTube channel, as well as on Podcast One's Jedi Council feed. So go over there, subscribe, share it with your friends. It's hosted by myself and Mark Fernandez. We talk everything in the Star Wars universe with a lot of deep dives and a lot of conversations that go all in. You know what to do. Subscribe, join us there, and rise.
Hey everyone, John Roca here, the host of Collider Mailbag. A new episode drops every Saturday and Sunday in your face and in your ears, answering the questions from you fans about the world of entertainment, film, and television. Me and great guests from our sphere do the best to answer your questions from Twitter, from Instagram, and of course, email as well, every Saturday and Sunday.
Hi, I'm Coy Jandro, host of Collider Heroes, and I'm here to tell you we've got 20-minute episodes coming at you on Collider Video, on the YouTube, as you've always loved it. Plus, now we've got hour-long podcasts dropping every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe to the podcast because it's going to get even more sweaty on the podcast. Plus, every week, we're going to try to get some very special guest interviews, all of the people that help shape these movies and TV shows you love. So, video, podcast, interviews, all coming at you. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Stay sweaty.
Hey guys, Perry Nemrov here to let you know that The Witching Hour is all over Collider right now. You can listen to that Horrorville podcast with myself, with Haley Fouch. We talk about witchiness, we talk about slashers, we talk about space horror, you name it, all on that show on the Collider Factory feed. We also have clips on the Collider Podcast YouTube channel, and on top of that, you can find an article all about Witching Hour every single Tuesday on Collider.com. Check it out, get scared. Hopefully you survive the witching hour.
What's up, Collider fans? Ryan Satin here from ProWrestlingSheet.com, where you can find the top stories throughout the week in the world of professional wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan like myself, then you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not checking out all the shows we do every week on YouTube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet. In particular, on Wednesdays, we've got a SmackDown recap show hosted by John Roca and myself, where we pick apart and talk about every little thing that happened on the Blue Brand. So do yourself a favor and go subscribe at youtube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet.
Hey guys, Perry here to let you know about the new edition of Collider Movie Talk. We are going to 5 days a week. We have a short, sweet 20-minute show where we focus on the two biggest stories of the day. You can expect to see all of your favorite Collider personalities on the show, including Jeff Snyder, John Roca, Haley Fouch. You're getting Josh Macuga every Friday. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be informative, fun. Come join us. 3 p.m. PT live every single day of the week, right here on the Collider Video YouTube channel. You can also find the show on the Collider Movie Talk feed on our podcast network, so go watch, go listen, however you prefer to get all of your movie news.
Hey everyone, John Roca here, the host of Collider Sports Time. Well, you know, if you've been watching us every week, you know we break down the latest and the greatest in the world of sports, talk about the big issues, the big games, all of it with a rotating band of guests like Matt Nose and Josh Macuga. We've had Taylor Bisciotti on. We've had so many great guests. Now, if you want to see more of Sports Time or you want to try it out for the first time, remember to subscribe to Collider Sports YouTube channel. And if you want to take us along with you in your ears, you can go and subscribe to the Collider Sports podcast feed for all the sports goodness.
Hey guys, it's Reilly here. Let me tell you about the Reilly Roundtable. You know it, right? It drops every Thursday on Collider Conversations, and I have guests from all across the space. John Roca, Gray Drake, Alexandra Daddario came on at one point. We talk everything from movies, we talk about life, and everything in between. What do you want to hear? What do you want to talk about? It's the Reilly Roundtable every Thursday on Collider Conversations. You get it there.
Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm Kristian Harloff. I'm the host of Collider Jedi Council. We talk about everything Star Wars, and if you want to catch our weekly show where we talk about the latest and greatest in Star Wars, it's movie news, it's canon, it's all of it. We take questions from you guys. How do you do it? Main channel, that's right here. Subscribe to this channel, and you can listen, you can watch, you can do all of it, but if you want to just listen to it, you got the podcast feed too. Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, you can listen to it in your car. Do all of it. It's Star Wars. Episode 9's coming out, and then after Episode 9, you got TV shows, so we're going to be your sports center for Star Wars. Do it. Come on. Be real. Welcome back to Collider Live.
That was good.
It's a good test. Welcome back to Collider Live. It is Wednesday. It's the last live show of the week. There'll be 2 more shows this week, obviously, but they're pre-taped. Tomorrow will be myself, Darina, Mark Riley, and you, right?
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Did one of you guys just take a shot?
No, I put hand sanitizer on.
Yes, I know. I smelled it. Yeah.
It's alcohol.
Boozy in here.
I talked to Snyder on the way.
And that's why it smells like booze?
No, he just seems ready.
It would smell more like weed.
I'd watch out for Snyder.
He
I got
seems
him,
ready.
man.
You're
him.
not kidding, though. He is bringing the whole crew. I'd love to get Oyama on the phone,
deep.
see how Oyama's feeling about this match, but I don't know what the
Sure,
hell
he's
doing.
feeling great.
You think so?
And
He's Oyama.
Yeah, and Kaiser.
I'm sure he's feeling great too.
Listen,
This is a battle between you and Kaiser as much as it's anything else, too.
I know.
Kaiser wins another one here. You're in trouble.
Sweep the legs, Roxy.
I love
I
Haley
still
Fouch. I
think
think
it's so
she's
different.
a great human being, fantastic writer.
But
Snyder, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Irwin, you think?
Yes.
You're talking about you're talking.
No, Irwin.
Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
okay.
mean, I love Haley.
But you think-
Ethan Irwin is a bulldozer.
I don't.
Can I ask you a dumb
It's
question?
not going to be a bloodbath
I don't think
at
so.
all. Yeah, Haley
Yeah.
is so good.
I think Haley's pretty damn good. It just
Yeah.
Haley is. This is new to her. When it comes to the live events, and there's two types of players. It's like the one it might be too much for you, or it might energize you, and she doesn't know yet because she's never done it. So, what if Haley pulls up a big upset and takes this thing out?
I could see it.
It'd be big. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Only call in here, ladies and gentlemen. Adam will open up the phone lines if he hasn't done so already. And you guys will call in, and only call in if you're calling from the East Coast area, and you can make it to the show on Saturday because we're giving away 3 sets of tickets.
You could be in Pennsylvania, Massachusetts,
Yeah, if you can
Vermont,
make it.
Connecticut, New Jersey, New York.
If you're in Massachusetts, you should be coming out to this thing
Vermont's
anyway
tough.
to support Snyder.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Vermont's not tough to New York.
Really?
New Hampshire. Yeah.
New Hampshire's not.
Vermont. I mean, it's not tough, but when you're under a 6-hour drive, you're under a drive.
If you make the morning,
I think.
if you make the morning, you come out. We didn't even know what it was gonna be like when we started doing this last year, but the energy in that place, it's like
awesome.
no other. I'd be able to stand
I'm
up
going
there
to be bummed
too.
not to be there.
Yeah, you'll be in Arizona. Hopefully, you get to Orlando.
Yeah, I'm bummed about that too, though.
yeah. Well, that's the
We're
other
missing some of our main drinking buddies too.
Got to get a sponsor.
I know.
When
We need
when
that.
we get a sponsor, then I can bring everybody
Yeah,
out. I
we
just
need-
can't
we
do
need
it. I almost
that.
wasn't almost able to get
I
you
almost
out.
didn't come. I know.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh, you were pulling our leg the whole time," and I was like,
No,
"No, it was certainly not doing
No,
that."
and
I
that
think
was
the fans enjoy the crowd warm up too. But I mean,
Yeah, for sure
Yeah.
they do. Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, you're
hey,
more than
you're
a
on,
drinking
You're
buddy
on
to me.
Collider Live.
Thanks.
Who
I'll
do we
take
got?
drinking buddy.
No, I don't want your hand. I want the pen.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? Who do we got?
hey, my name's Wes.
Wes.
I'm from Maryland. Yes. Hi. I have a quick question.
Are you gonna be in the area on the 31st?
I'm going to be in Brooklyn.
So
yes.
My grandfather lives in Brooklyn.
So you'll be able to make the show if you win the tickets today.
If I win the tickets, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So how big of a Schmoedown fan do you say you are?
I'm a pretty big fan.
Okay.
To be honest, I haven't seen some of the latest episodes because I've been busy working.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a
Christian,
question.
this is for what tickets?
This
for
is
GA?
for you will get general admission tickets, but you'll get yourself
Two
and
of
a
'em.
+1. You get 2 of them, and I'm going to do the same thing I did to the gentleman yesterday because you're the first one. All you have to do is answer one. All you have to do is answer one. So can you tell me what the main event was at the first spectacular? What was the main event?
The people participating
Yes.
in the main event.
Yes. In the last match of the evening for Schmoedown Spectacular 1, first one we ever did. What was the main
Are we
event?
coming up on the 3rd one?
This is the 4th one.
I don't know the answer.
Oh, why can't I know it. I know it's in my head. Darn it. I think one of them was right. No.
I'm letting him work it out through his head, but he
In the meantime, do you know the answer?
No.
Do you know the answer?
I think so.
I know the answer, but
think
I
I know
don't.
You'll know it right away
Yeah.
when you hear it. You'll know it. I think, Reilly, you do know it.
I think I know.
Was
Yeah,
Reilly one of them? I
Ri-
think Reilly was one of them.
In the main event, no, Reilly was not. In the main
No.
event. Reilly was
He
not.
wasn't.
The answer was Dan Merle versus Mark Ellis. Yeah.
That's right. He came out in the carrot suit.
All right, I'll give you one
No,
more.
Santa.
I'll give
Oh,
you
Santa, that's
oh,
right.
Oh, did you hang up on him, Adam?
yeah.
Very much so.
Poor guy. All right,
Wes.
hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hello, hi. You guys have Cheyenne?
Hey, Cheyenne. Cheyenne, are you going to be in the New York area on Saturday?
No, but I wrote a song for you guys.
No, we got to hang up on you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on,
No,
it's a
you're right.
song.
All right. Well, I'm worried that it's
Really
not a real
good.
song.
Oh.
Really, I'm worried it's a troll song.
Cheyenne, troll song or real song?
No, real.
Let's hear it. Hey, if it starts to be a troll song, hang up on it, Adam.
No.
All right, let's hear it.
Collider Live, the best show on the YouTube. Yeah. Collider Live with Kristian Harloff, Roxy Striar, and Macuga.
This is awesome.
Let's
Pretty
get
much it.
Yes.
Riley gets no points.
Thanks for adding me. Hang up on it.
Yeah, Adam, if you're able to piece that out for next week, or have Cody piece it out,
It
please.
was going to be a troll song, and then we called him out, and he changed it.
And I don't know, but it was good.
worth
It
it.
was good.
Really good.
Collider Live. Yeah, best show on the YouTubes.
I like
Live.
Macuga.
And he said that's pretty much it. All right, Adam, tell me when we get another one.
Best show
That was good.
on the
It's kind of catchy, wasn't it?
Collider Live. Wow.
One of my best buds from home, his name is Donnie. He always will sing a weird song like that just all the time. It'll pop into a song. That was a Donnie song. It goes
I want to
amazing.
do it in different voices. Like, can you do it in a share voice?
All right, we got 20 minutes. All right, so
we don't have any calls.
Well, he's waiting. He's gonna let us know. Adam, you can just interrupt us and just play the yeah bit whenever you have a call.
Will do.
Maybe you could do Collider Live in share, or like Chris Cornell. Oh yeah.
I was gonna give that first guy another shot to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Adam said, "Fuck
Poor
you."
Wes.
He also had a question.
I almost
we
feel
said,
like Wes
F you,
wins. I feel like Wes should win.
Wes, call back. Go ahead and call back, Wes.
If he can call in.
I think that probably if we're receiving no calls right now, it's jammed. We're never not getting calls.
No, it's always because it's busy. 'Cause
Yeah.
people are trying to call all the damn time.
I know.
I don't know how the system works, because how does Saul get in all the time? And there's people I know that have tried in forever.
I don't know. Collider Live.
That's nothing's coming in.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to refresh.
Did you put the number on the screen?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, something's going on.
Let me try to call.
I'm telling you, it's probably, try it. See what
Yeah.
happens. I bet you it's busy.
What's the number? What's the number for 911? I don't know.
523.
Wait, are you being honest right now?
It's like 323.
Adam, can you tell me?
Yeah, no problem. 323-522.
See, they?
5515.
There you go.
I didn't think you were lying, Macuga. You just didn't give me a full number.
Yeah.
You're busy.
It's busy.
You won't.
I'm gonna shut it down.
All
Turn
right,
it back.
turn it back on.
I'm gonna try it again.
Shut it down. Shut it
Well,
all
you're
down.
shutting it down, so don't.
You're busy.
Thanks,
you,
I'm
Roxy.
gonna try it again.
Tell me you stop. It's like me calling my wife yesterday to tell her about my haircut.
Yeah.
6 times. Pick up your
I've
phone.
heard
Where
about
are you?
this.
Where are you? Where's your phone?
Collider Live.
You heard about this? Yeah, it was on the show yesterday. We were talking about it.
No, I wasn't here. Remember, I was late because I hit the traffic.
Hey,
Oh, he missed the
you're on
drinking
Collider Live.
piss.
Who do we got?
Hey, this is Jack from Newton, Massachusetts.
What?
All right,
Yeah.
so
I'm from there.
I know. Remember we told people from Massachusetts to call in. So
Yes.
Jack,
Yeah,
if you,
Roxy, I'm the one who did your Trivia SC interview.
Oh,
right, so he definitely-
Cool,
so he
Jack.
def- so-
Jack went to
Jack
Newton
Meyer.
South. I
Jack
went to
Meyer.
Newton South.
so Jack, you don't have
Yep.
tickets yet.
I do have tickets. I'm calling to win some for my friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's very nice.
very
Jack,
cool.
you're going to be there?
Now-
You have to come say hi.
Now-
I'm going to be there, Jack.
Now, Jack, because I know you're a writer. I know you're a writer on Trivia SD. Then I know that you know your shit.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
so
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
give.
give him a hard
I'm
one?
gonna give you 2 questions.
So that's like a general
All right, I'm
movie
gonna-
trivia
How many
question.
does he have to get right?
Well, he's got to get 2 right.
Oh.
He's got to get 2. Oh, there we go.
You've been
So-
giving 2 questions, get 1 right.
I'm giving him 2 to get 2.
Okay,
in order
changing
to
the
win 2.
rules.
All right, so Jack, here's your first question.
Don't let me down, Jack.
Who did Mark Reilly lose the title to the second time?
Second time, I believe he lost it to Merle again.
That's true. That's right.
It's kind of a trick
What-
question.
It's a trick
Because
question.
the first time was Merle as well.
Merle,
Oh, yeah.
The second one was a triple threat.
Yeah.
Triple threat. All right, so that's 1.
I'm a triple threat.
Thanks for
That's
bringing
1.
it up.
All right, how many?
I'm gonna try and look up some movie trivia.
How many title defenses did the Patriots have?
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll give you some time.
So
to
I know
think
that they had. I know they had 9 wins.
Yep.
And they had 2 wins before they first got the title. So they were 3-0 when they had their first defense.
That's right.
Collider.
So you're doing the math.
6.
That is correct.
Nice.
Jack,
Well done.
Jack,
I
you
thought it
win.
was 7. Wow. 6.
Yeah, Jack, you win it, and we.
Jack, I'm really proud of you, babe.
Now wait
Way
a
to
minute.
go.
So you're in Massachusetts.
Thank
Are
you.
you going to be pulling for Snyder over Oyama?
Obviously.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
What, are you crazy?
I don't know.
You think Jack from Newton, Massachusetts
I know.
is coming to see this and
Yeah,
is not
that's
rooting
true.
for Snyder?
I'll tell you what, Jack, because of all the work that you do, this is how generous I'm feeling right now. How many Massachusetts people do you think you can get there?
I'm actually bringing my friends from Manhattan.
You're being from Manhattan, but how many do you think you can get some Massachusetts people to go with you?
Might be able to get one.
You let me know, and we'll talk about some more. But right now, you win those 2 tickets.
Just Jack.
Jack wins those 2 tickets, and make sure that you DM Reilly, and he'll get you the tickets. All right,
Will do.
All right, cool.
Good work,
So
Jack.
thank you,
Yes,
Jack.
Jack,
All right,
slay.
so that's one set. That's one set gone. Jack, all right, here.
Wes really earned a set. If we don't give away all 3 sets on the show,
Maybe we'll give them to Wes.
okay.
If, hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
No, they hung up.
Oh, that's sad.
Was it Wes?
I wish there was a camera on Adam right there because he's,
No,
he's
no,
just so
they-
happy that they're working now, and he's just like, damn it.
I'm gonna try.
Is that accurate, Adam?
I'm trying my best.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
It's.
We're not insulting.
No. What I'm
Yous are
saying.
busy.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that because it's a brand new system to learn,
Exactly.
and all these fucking people are calling in, you're like, finally, got somebody, and they hung up, and you're like, fuck it.
I get super excited about it. You guys keep on talking to the last person, and it's like, okay, we got a new call coming in here. Let's get it on, but and then they're gone.
Yous are busy.
No, but here we go.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Let's get it on.
All right.
All right.
Got it.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
answer and boom.
Let's get it on.
Hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
Oh, give me the booty. I want the booty.
Yeah.
I want the booty.
Back
I want
up
the
the
booty.
booty.
Give me the booty. I want the booty.
Collider.
Live. So where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Monterey. I can't win the tickets.
You
Just wanted to call and do
son
that.
of
Wait, is it Scotty from Monterey?
It's Scotty.
Scotty
What up, man?
doesn't
Hey, John Paul
know.
Jones.
Oh, Scotty, I got to hang up on you.
But we like you a lot, Scotty. Thanks for calling.
You're really pissing Adam off, I'll tell you that, Scotty.
He's dead to me.
He's like, finally, only call in if you're on the East Coast to win these tickets here, too. So Adam's going to let us know.
It's obvious nobody will take that. I mean, they'll just call. I love that, though.
Stop calling.
I cannot make it through.
I know. Stop doing it because you're just clogging
You're
more
just clogging
lines.
it.
I want to win tickets for my friends.
You don't even need to do that.
Holy
Just put them on the
shit.
list.
You're
Hey, you're on
special.
Collider Live. Who do we got?
I am special.
Smarter than he sounds, huh, Kristian?
Is this? Oh, look, there he is. It's Saul. He's back. Saul, you trying to win tickets for friends here, or are you just clogging up the lines?
I'm trying to win tickets for friends.
All right, fine.
That's so nice of you, Saul.
No shit.
Oh, that's very nice the way you condescended down to me. I thought.
Who said it was nice
She
of you?
was completely being real. All right, so you stop this and you be nice here, Saul. All right, Saul, I'm gonna ask you some questions. You think you know Schmodown?
Listen, I'm a new Schmodown fan.
Okay.
Collider Live brought me to the Schmodown,
All
so
right.
I'm
Newish.
depends when. All right,
Newish.
come on, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do opinion ones. Who's the best competitor in the Schmodown? Saul.
Josh Macuga.
Boom. Give
All
him
right.
the tickets.
That's
Saul.
good so far. Okay.
Even
Okay.
despite your hatred for me, Saul, are you going to be rooting for Jeff Snyder?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't hate you. And by the way, what is this craziness that anyone thinks Schneider even has a chance in hell?
Oh, you think Oyama's gonna take him out?
Oh, he's gonna. Schneider's waltzing into a buzzsaw here.
Nope.
It's just wrong time, wrong place, man. I don't.
Mark
like
my
this-
words.
Schneider, but,
All right.
So you didn't
But
answer my
Snyder-
question.
All right, here's a question for you then,
Schneider-
Saul. What is the name?
All right, go
What
ahead.
is the
Can
name?
you answer my question?
In a second, I want to get rid of these tickets. If he wins. So Oyama is part of a faction. What is his faction called?
oh, God damn it. The fucking thing. It's a group. The stable. They all come out. Fucking.
Dog got the
It's
bacon.
it's the big one. It's the one with the fucking. They come out with them.
It's like a
I'm not sure
dark
what they do.
I love how
Dank.
I love how the elves
Take
in the
some
kitchen are trying to
stairs.
put together the master plan to make the brain work.
God damn it, work.
Dark
I think,
and dank
no,
and
the fucking.
Almost there.
What do you
Almost
mean
there.
almost there? He hasn't said anything.
He was almost. He said the.
No, he said that.
No, he did.
Think about it, idiot.
you said dark and
Who,
dank.
who's the
Can
who's the
I-
manager of the faction?
Can I help him?
In a second. Who's the manager of the faction?
Oh.
Come on, Saul.
Dude, that's
Get your shit
it's
together.
the fucking the guy, the Kaiser.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Kaiser. Yeah, that was right.
Wait, yeah, no.
Stop talking. You got it. All right, so Roxy, go ahead.
I was going to help him with who it is.
We'll help him with the name of the faction.
Yeah, but he already got. You gave him a point.
Yeah, so give him this now, and he gets the tickets.
I was going to
at
say
the end-
we're in mythical lore with dragons and stuff,
Mm.
right?
Nice.
Good hint.
No,
With dragons. What? It's
you
Like
know.
in-
with me where dragons are
Like
from?
you would keep like a princess in a
Joe Manganiello loves this stuff.
No. Like if you captured her, not in a castle. When you take her from the capture, you capture her.
Fucking the dungeon.
Hey, all right. So that was a long road to get there, but we'll give you.
Josh did not know the answer.
So Saul, we'll give you those.
No, because
no more
I
talking.
was thinking in my head. I was thinking Kevin Sullivan.
Okay. Well, that's a good one.
Oh, the fucking dog got the bacon.
All right.
I hope because I helped you out that you are now rooting for my man.
He's gone.
Oh, all right. Well, Saul, if you are listening, and hit up Mark Reilly, and we'll get you those tickets. So we have one pair of tickets left here.
And they're for our friend.
I think we'll give him the West anyway. So I'll give away 4. I'll give away 4. And then I got to stop because I'm going to get Jonathan very mad at me for giving away the remaining tickets. Hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got? Hello, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hello.
Collider Live, the best show
Call
on
back.
the YouTube. Yeah, I forgot about the Reilly, so I'm here just for him.
Yeah! Yes!
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
This is my favorite caller. We don't even know his name. I don't even know his name.
This is one of my favorite shows.
That
we've
is
ever
big.
done. It's one of my favorite shows we've ever
sure.
done. It really is. It really is like it's like such it's such a wormhole.
It's going all over
It's
the
just
place.
like it's just the fact that it's like I thought it was another guy pretending to be him, but the fact that he got in again and just sang the other verse of the song is amazing.
This show is a version of Speed, the
Yeah.
bus.
You could have called
It's
that
like-
another
it's-
verse. It was literally 2 words.
Hey, you're on Collider
Forgot
Live.
the Riley.
Hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do
Hey,
we
what's
got?
up, guys? It's Luke from New York.
All right,
Hey.
Luke, there we go,
all right,
baby.
So Luke, I assume that you're calling in here to
Yeah.
try to win these tickets here.
I am indeed. Let's do it.
All right, Luke, here we go. Luke, how big of a Schmoedown fan would you say you are? How many seasons have you been watching?
I'm more of a Collider Live fan, but I love Snyder and Fouch, so I really want to come.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So
All right.
Good picks.
yeah, my knowledge is a little low, but
Should I just ask some
I'll give it a
actual
shot.
movie trivia questions?
Yeah, we'll ask you. Well, you know, we'll do. We'll start with this. Who's the current Inner Geekdom champion?
Current?
The current Inner Geekdom champion.
Josh, do you know the answer to this?
I don't. Oh, wait, I do. Yes, I do. I do, because I like this person.
I don't know. Kalinowski or
Correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
stop right there, yeah.
Stop. I'll cut you off.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you want to ask one question here, Macuga?
Sure.
Don't ask anything too obscure.
I won't.
Is this movie or New York trivia?
This is New York movie trivia.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
You would find me as an extra in this movie that takes place in New York.
Believe that is We Own the Night.
That is correct.
Yes.
Give it to him.
Hey.
Okay, so same
Luke,
thing, Luke. Same thing. Go ahead and reach out to Reilly, and again, because
I would have also accepted
all right,
Enchanted.
I hope Jonathan is not listening.
You're
to the
gonna
show.
do it again. You're
No,
gonna do
I'm
it
going to say.
anymore.
Let me ask you a question, Luke. How many people do you think you
Sure.
can bring out to the show?
I'm gonna bring my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But if I gave
Good for you,
I
Luke.
gave you 4 tickets, would you be able to get 4 people there?
Shit, man. Honestly, I would try to give them away to some other people just because it's short notice and
Labor Day
yeah.
weekend.
It's Labor Day weekend, I know. That's why I said I'm trying 50 left, and I just want to try to get rid
Yeah,
of them.
but
But he
they're
wants.
gonna
I know he
go.
wants. Jonathan wants to sell them. I
Yeah,
know he
they're
does. I'm
gonna-
just trying to be
and they're
generous.
gonna sell.
I know.
I
They are.
know,
That's why
you're
they're
being
already. I'm just
nice.
trying to sell. I want to get because
You just wanna be
People might
because
want
of
day out.
what Luke said. I want to get people like from the Collider
Collider Live
Live
fans,
to
and you
come
wanna
see
convert
it.
them, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
more important to you, I
because
get
they
it.
hear us talk about it on this show, but I want them to see it. Like when Luke comes, I bet you Luke turns into a Schmoedown fan overall. So
Yeah.
all right,
Sure.
Luke.
And Luke's
sorry,
girlfriend probably
Luke,
too.
go ahead and send a DM to Reilly, and we'll get you those tickets.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Way to go,
See you-
Luke.
We'll see you
Why
on
don't
Saturday.
we do one more then?
We can do one more.
Wait, but before we do,
Yeah.
Collider
Live
the best show
on the YouTube. Collider Live. Riley's ex-wife had a nice tush.
Collider Live. Harloff hates spiders.
Collider Live. Macuga scared of everything.
Everything.
Collider Live. Roxy's
right.
lost.
Let's do one more.
That's a
Al.
good one then.
Oh, hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
This is David from New York. What's going on?
Yes,
David.
David.
All right. David,
David, I fought for
we
you.
are giving one more pair of tickets here, and we're going to see if they're going to be you. If you win, you will be able to be there on Saturday night. Is that correct?
Damn right. I mean, it's tough to follow up William Hung calling it twice.
Very true.
Try.
Very true. All right, Dave, what part of New York are you calling from?
Manhattan.
Oh, shit. So it's very easy for you. That's where we're going to be.
Stone's throw away, David.
All right, David, here we go. So how big of a Schmoedown fan would you say you are?
I'm not going to lie to you, Kristian. I'm pretty upset that Macuga's not going to be there because I got VIP tickets for Arizona for the Wildberry.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But are you so excited that Snyder is going to kick Oyama's ass?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Do you think
He wants the entertainment, not the answers.
David, do you think he's going to win?
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking Snyder's going to pull this one out.
All right, so
Oyama just never annoys me. So.
All right, so let's see. So how many? I'm going to ask you two questions. How many times has Jeff Snyder won the teams championship?
Teams championship.
I think the verbiage is a little hard there, but I get it.
How many times? Not defending the titles with JT. How many times has he won the team championship?
Would you like some background music?
You can get this.
This is a complete shot in the dark. Because, like I said, my favorite team is the Wildberry, so that shows kind of my level of fandom there.
What's up?
I'm going to go with 5 times.
Ooh, the answer was 2, but again,
divide that by 5.
I'll tell you what,
multiply
David.
by 2.
The reason you're lucky anyway here too is because we only have 10 minutes before our guests come in. I'm going to give you the fucking tickets anyway.
Yeah.
So
you guys fucking rock.
David, go ahead and hit up Mark Reilly. We'll get you those tickets.
I'll try to channel my best inner Macuga, David, for you. All
right, so now I can't get any more tickets because I know I'm getting texts from Jonathan telling me to stop it. So I have to stop giving away tickets.
Because what the fuck was that? You
I know.
Just were like, okay.
I was supposed to give away 2 sets
Wes.
or 2 sets, and I wound up giving away
No,
5.
no, Wes, DM.
I'm going to give Wes also. So it's a total of 5 tickets. I just gave away 10 tickets. I'm supposed to give away 6. So I'm definitely going to get a call from Jonathan.
This is going to happen. Like sometime Disneyland's going to sponsor us. They're going to be like, give away 2 tickets. Everybody's going to Disneyland.
The whole park was a Collider Live fans. Okay, we're going to go to break. When we get back from break, we are going to be talking to Alexandra Daddario and Tyler Hoechlin, who will be talking about Can You Keep a Secret? It's coming out September 13th in theaters in demand, and we got him in studio. Stick around.
Kristian, I think you're at.
Hey guys, Reilly here, and let me tell you about Rule of 2. You looking for a Star Wars fix? Well, Rule of 2 is that show. It drops on Collider Video's main YouTube channel, as well as on Podcast One's Jedi Council feed. So go over there, subscribe, share it with your friends. It's hosted by myself and Mark Fernandez. We talk everything in the Star Wars universe with a lot of deep dives and a lot of conversations that go all in. You know what to do. Subscribe, join us there, and rise.
Hey everyone, John Roca here, the host of Collider Mailbag. New episode drops every Saturday and Sunday in your face and in your ears, answering the questions from you fans about the world of entertainment, film, and television. Me and great guests from our sphere do the best to answer your questions from Twitter, from Instagram, and of course, email as well, every Saturday and Sunday.
Hi, I'm Koijandro, host of Collider Heroes, and I'm here to tell you we've got 20-minute episodes coming at you on Collider Video, on the YouTube, as you've always loved it. Plus, now we've got hour-long podcasts dropping every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe to the podcast because it's going to get even more sweaty on the podcast. Plus, every week, we're going to try to get some very special guest interviews, all of the people that help shape these movies and TV shows you love. So, video, podcast, interviews, all coming at you. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Stay sweaty.
Hey guys, Perry Nemiroff here to let you know that The Witching Hour is all over Collider right now. You can listen to that Horrorville podcast with myself, with Haley Fouch. We talk about witchiness, we talk about slashers, we talk about space horror, you name it, all on that show on the Collider Factory feed. We also have clips on the Collider Podcast YouTube channel, and on top of that, you can find an article all about Witching Hour every single Tuesday on Collider.com. Check it out, get scared. Hopefully you survive the witching hour.
What's up, Collider fans? Ryan Satin here from ProWrestlingSheet.com, where you can find the top stories throughout the week in the world of professional wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan like myself, then you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not checking out all the shows we do every week on YouTube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet. In particular, on Wednesdays, we've got a SmackDown recap show hosted by John Roca and myself, where we pick apart and talk about every little thing that happened on the Blue Brand. So do yourself a favor and go subscribe at youtube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet.
Hey guys, Perry here to let you know about the new edition of Collider Movie Talk. We are going to 5 days a week. We have a short, sweet 20-minute show where we focus on the two biggest stories of the day. You can expect to see all of your favorite Collider personalities on the show, including Jeff Snyder, John Roca, Haley Fouch. You're getting Josh Macuga every Friday. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be informative, fun. Come join us, 3 p.m. PT live every single day of the week, right here on the Collider Video YouTube channel. You can also find the show on the Collider Movie Talk feed on our podcast network, so go watch, go listen, however you prefer to get all of your movie news.
Hey everyone, John Roca here, the host of Collider Sports Time. Well, if you've been watching us every week, we break down the latest and the greatest in the world of sports, talk about the big issues, the big games, all of it with a rotating band of guests like Matt Nose and Josh Macuga. We've had Taylor Bisciotti on. We've had so many great guests. Now, if you want to see more of Sports Time or you want to try it out for the first time, remember to subscribe to Collider Sports YouTube channel. And if you want to take us along with you in your ears, you can go and subscribe to the Collider Sports podcast feed for all the sports goodness.
Hey guys, it's Reilly here. Let me tell you about the Reilly Roundtable. You know it, right? It drops every Thursday on Collider Conversations, and I have guests from all across the space. John Roca, Gray Drake, Alexandra Daddario came on at one point. We talk everything from movies, we talk about life, and everything in between. What do you want to hear? What do you want to talk about? It's the Reilly Roundtable every Thursday on Collider Conversations. You get it there.
Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm Kristian Harloff. I'm the host of Collider Jedi Council. We talk about everything Star Wars, and if you want to catch our weekly show where we talk about the latest and greatest in Star Wars, it's movie news, it's canon, it's all of it. We take questions from you guys. How do you do it? Main channel, that's right here. Subscribe to this channel, and you can listen, you can watch, you can do all of it, but if you want to just listen to it, you got the podcast feed too. Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, you can listen to it in your car. Do all of it. It's Star Wars. Episode 9's coming out, and then after Episode 9, you got TV shows, so we're going to be your sports center for Star Wars. Do it. Come on. Be real. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Collider Live, and I'm very excited here for our guests who are joining us at the 11:30, coming out September 13th. It's on in theaters and on demand. Can You Keep a Secret? And we have the stars of the film, both Tyler Hoechlin and Alexandra Daddario. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
I know you guys were very impressed that we told you about the Collider Live song that we just heard over the air. That's some groundbreaking stuff.
It sounds beautiful.
We wanted to pull it out for you guys so you guys could listen, but that is just about as good as it gets.
Can I get it on iTunes? Or I guess iTunes isn't a thing anymore.
Spotify
so
only right now, yeah.
I will tell you that the answer to that is probably going to be yes by the end of the day.
100%.
Well, welcome to the show, guys. Happy to have you. Watching the movie last night, it really took me back to one of those that just like kind of classic rom-coms, good chemistry right off the bat. Where you guys meet on the plane, and your moment that you have though, where you have to go through this. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but you have to go through a lot of range of emotions, and the bit is really good. I don't want to spoil it, but can you tell me about how you guys kind of first met? Did you know each other before this movie? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, we did. We did a movie called Hall Pass together years ago.
Long
we were
ago,
babies.
Yeah, we were.
And it's like in Los Angeles, like actors, like everyone sort of kind of knows each other, and the more you work, the more you meet people. So we were familiar with each other, and I was really excited to work with him because Tyler's like the nicest guy ever. And
That's why he's Superman.
It's all an act. It's going to be a big reveal one of these days. And you're like, wow, never saw it coming.
Don't even joke about it.
Well, I was kind of waiting for that in the movie too. Again, no spoilers, but you're playing a really nice, really good looking, really wealthy, really like well-rounded guy, and I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. I won't say whether it does or doesn't, but is that how you felt when you were reading the script for the first time? Were you wondering, am I going to end up having some kind of big flip here?
Yeah, for sure. And I think the fun thing with things like that is always finding those elements in the script and then kind of finding a way to push them as far as you can. So we did try to find ways to even, create that feeling a little bit more. So I think it's fun when you can kind of try to misdirect as much as possible until you reveal one way or not which way things are going. So we really enjoyed that part of the script.
Yeah, and Alexandra, you've had so much. I mean, your career already, from what you've been able to do with drama and comedy. I mean, there's so many different things that you've already done in your young career. Like, do you think, do you have a preference? Because you've done, I mean, I know you worked with Adam Devine before, and so working in comedy, is that something you prefer, or is it just whatever script comes? And
I really like comedy. I'm not someone who wants to exclusively do something. I think as a woman, it's great to do comedy because I think it can give you longevity in your career. I think I'm naturally drawn to it. I'm not a comedian, but I think I have a good sense of humor, and I think I have an interesting take on things. But I want to do all kinds of stuff. But I'm a firm believer that even in drama, I think that everybody deals with things through humor, different kinds of humor. But I think that the best movies, the best projects always have a sense of humor to them. And I sort of try to bring that to every character.
What do you mean as a woman that it would possibly extend your career to do comedy?
I just think that there's been a lot. It's hard because there's so much focus on looks, and I think that's changing a great deal. But I think that if you can make people laugh, I think that's A, something I really enjoy, and B, something that you can do forever.
It takes that pressure off of you only have a smaller window to be cast in a certain type of role.
Sure, and I think that things are changing in a positive way. But I do think that, it also brings me great joy to make people laugh.
And Tyler, you've done a lot of comedy also, and Everybody Wants Some, by the way, which is, there's a lot of comedy in that, but it's also, there was, when you have Linklater, obviously, the things that he brings in, the real, but adds the comedy into it. Do you prefer doing comedies, or?
It's funny, man. I started out in nothing but dramas. My family joke growing up was that I'm not funny. So I don't know why I keep getting put in these comedies, but I do. And I think I told Alex this on set. One of my biggest insecurities used to be that I'm not funny because my family kind of instilled that. Thanks, guys. They'll all be at the premiere tonight. It's all right. I love them. It's fine. But yeah, so it's weird. It just kind of keeps happening. And I tell her, they keep stressing me out because they put me in these comedies. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. Imposter syndrome is really, really
Maybe they're so jealous of how funny you are.
Maybe I don't know.
It's a sibling rivalry thing.
It goes all the way back to my birth. But no, I think in the same way that Alex said that there's great humor in drama, I also think that a lot of times there's great drama in humor. I think if you don't have that kind of connection to the people that are going through those things, you want to laugh with people when you watch them go through something because you can relate because you've been there. So trying to find the drama in those moments for those characters to provide the humor for the other people watching, I always enjoy that element of it.
Well, and comedy's hard. And comedy's very hard.
Yeah, it's very tough.
So that's, I guess, my next question is, do you guys have a particular scene for this movie, without spoiling anything, obviously, but that was very challenging, but afterwards you went, oh, we got it. We nailed that.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest scenes for me always tend to be the ones where I haven't slept well the night before. I feel like we were really allowed in this movie to improv. Our director, Elise Strand, was pretty incredible about really letting us bring out our own selves. And so there were scenes sometimes that we would struggle with, not because the writing wasn't good but because we were finding our own characters and, like Tyler said, finding the drama and the humor, which is really finding who we really are and how we interact with each other. And there can be a lot of humor just from that if you sort of have your own unique perspective. So we would sometimes just literally go off the rails. And I have a tendency, especially if I'm overtired and I've had too much coffee, to just ramble on the most nonsensical stuff. And a lot of it ended up in the movie, and I think it worked because then Tyler's looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
I think the opening scene on the plane, your face is so perfect because I think we've all been on a plane where somebody just starts talking and you're like, what is happening here? Why are you saying all this? Right. And you're just going off, and like the jump cut of it all is, I was like, how much improv was actually done? What kind of actual stuff did you say that didn't make the cut?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
Dude, I couldn't even. There was so much information coming. I don't know if you stayed up all night last night going over this or the last week, but oh my God, it was incredible. I was the lucky person who got to hear all of them. So
yeah, well, I mean there's a lot of pressure also when it comes to these movies because, like you said, you want to make sure the chemistry's right because if we don't believe it, if you don't believe it, we don't believe it, right? And and from that scene immediately we got it from watching it. So, and you've had a lot of pressure in general in your career because playing Superman. That ain't easy.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I'll say this job was 10 times harder.
Really?
Not even
How
joking.
So?
There's a piece of, I would say this movie of all the movies, it's probably the least. It's probably there's not much of a facade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're playing a human being who's with Superman, a werewolf, or whatever these things are. You kind of have you have a mask to hide behind, and so you're very aware of that. So when you're on camera. You kind of feel enabled to push things a little bit further, do something that feels a little bit more odd because you're aware that it's not you. But when you're playing someone a little bit closer to yourself,
more exposed.
Screen, that mask kind of comes off. So I found this to be much more challenging than that because for Superman, it was just who is this guy? What does he believe in? He's very, very strong in his beliefs. He doesn't waver very much. And so finding those things and committing to those things, I found a little bit easier than in this situation where it's kind of like you're dealing with gray areas of who you are as a human and what you go through. So that I found more challenging.
I have to ask, and then of course we'll get back to the movie, but I host a show called DC Movie News, so I'm a massive DC and Superman fan. I'm curious, have you read scripts from Crisis yet? Do you know what's happening in the crossover?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
I have nothing. I don't even have a travel date.
He has
I
a
don't
lot,
know.
but he won't tell you.
Can tell you nothing.
But
I
he
don't
told
know.
you?
No, I'm lying.
I'll be fired and never hired again.
Because we keep getting Superman news about all different Supermans from different time, including Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
Do you think that we're going to have a possible multiple Superman scene?
I hope so. I hope so. I think the fans would love that. I think it'd be awesome for us to be able to do it. But yeah, I've seen absolutely nothing. I know that it's called Crisis. Yeah. That's it.
Well,
other than that, that's all I got.
I will stay in the comic book movie realm for a second, but I'm going to direct it towards Alexandra here. I wanted to see, because I can't remember which one it was, and you can correct me. We ran into each other, I believe it was at the Black Panther premiere. Maybe it was one of the Marvel movies. I can't remember which Marvel movie it was.
Was it a Star Wars? I don't think I've been to any of the Marvel premieres.
Was it a Star Wars one? Maybe it was Star Wars. Maybe it was
You're
Last Jedi.
You're at Star Wars
It might
premieres,
have been.
so she
You know
should
what?
probably.
It was probably Last Jedi.
It was, that's the one I was at.
Well, then I'll take away from the. I'll go Star Wars. I'll go Star Wars.
You want it.
I mean, even better, Star Wars. I am a massive Star Wars fan. Is that something? Have you gone in for meetings for a particular Star Wars? There's so much going on with Star Wars. There's so much with the Disney Plus.
I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to say or not because you have to sign NDAs for everything. I mean, I'm a working actress, and I still audition. So I audition all the time for all kinds of stuff. It's cool, to be considered for anything. And I go into all kinds of things across the board, and there's plenty of stuff I don't get in for.
Right.
But I sign NDAs, so I'm too scared to be specific.
Understood.
Do you push to try to get into some things that you're more of a fan of, like Star Wars? If you're going to the premieres, I'm assuming you're a big Star Wars fan.
It was actually my roommate was a huge Star Wars fan, and I just thought it would be cool to bring her and fun to go to a premiere. Right. Not that I don't like Star Wars, but what was the question?
Do you talk to your reps and you say, I really would like to go in for this Marvel, this DC, this Star Wars?
Yes, I think that for them that's a priority anyway. That's for them, they're trying to get their clients into those kinds of projects anyway. But I'm always and throughout my career trying to push to get in for things that sometimes they're like, we don't really want to see her. She's not right for this or whatever. And I'm a huge believer in auditioning. I think sometimes, and it depends where you're at in your career, because sometimes there gets to be this, I'm not auditioning for this. I'm at this place, whatever. If someone isn't willing to see me, I think there's always the benefit to putting yourself on tape or fighting to get in so that you can sort of show them, actually, you might have seen me in this and this and this or have this idea of me, but I'm actually capable of doing this.
Well, Sorry, but I was going to say, I think that goes back to what you were saying before as far as having that extra tool in the shed when it comes to comedy, because of doing all those things. You've done, because this movie now, it comes out September 13th, and it will be in theaters, but it's also on demand. We're also in a time, and we've been having this conversation a lot with guests, is it's streaming. Streaming is there's so many more opportunities now for actors and actresses and that's why, because you've done, I think it was the Netflix film that I saw you with Adam, and that was that exclusive to just Netflix, or was that?
That was Netflix, yeah.
Right. So I mean, there's so much to do now, so many more opportunities. So that's kind of why I brought up even the Star Wars thing, because now Disney Plus, there's so many more opportunities. Amazon, Netflix. So anyway, so I think that because of that, I will ask both of you guys on the table, do you have preference now with television and movies? It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter the script.
Honestly, the only two things I genuinely care about anymore is it a good story and are good people making it? Like good humans, good people, nice people to work with who are doing this for a good reason, the right reasons. That's actually all I care about at this point. And maybe that's a phase, but those are my two requirements. That's about it.
How often do people mispronounce your last name?
Every day.
It honestly took me years to figure out how to pronounce it correctly.
Yep, every single day.
I got it right today, didn't I?
Did I get it right? You got it right today.
The spelling is hard.
Well, it's also we butcher it. I mean, there's no way that's how you should pronounce it, but that's how we do it here. I think it's like Hoechlin. It's German. It's supposed to be like an umlaut over the
the OE is in.
So that's the real pronunciation of it.
Hoechlin.
Right.
Hoechlin.
I've also heard Hoechlin.
Yeah. I learn something new every day.
Do you speak German?
No.
You pull it off pretty well. As a dude who studied German all the way through college, like it's pretty damn good.
Okay, all right.
Guy's a working actor. What do you expect?
Okay,
so let's moving into some more stuff, because we mentioned. What about going into what movies that you like to watch, television that you like to watch? What are some of them when you get to kick back and when you have a little bit of a break? If you do have a break at all, you seem to be working all the damn time, as do you. So it's do you have a break? What do you like to watch? What are some of your favorite shows, movies?
I'm not a big watcher when I need a break.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I don't if I have a break, I tend to go do something else. I'd like to travel. I find that I learn a lot every time I travel. It's a new perspective, which I find very, very helpful with work. As an actor, you're always trying to put yourself into other people's shoes, and so I think it helps with empathy. I think it helps with a lot of things and being able to see the world through a different lens. So that's kind of what I like to do to relax.
Where'd you go recently? What's your most favorite place that you've been to recently?
I love Europe in general. Yeah. I love France. There's a little beach town in the southwest called Biarritz, which is French. I have to speak a little bit. I'm trying to get French down. But I like France. I like Italy. I like Spain. I went to Croatia last year. I mean, there's the more you travel, the more your list grows, just because you find that there's so many amazing places to go. And that's kind of going off on a side note. But yeah, to watch, I mean, I love anything that's dealing with present issues that we have, whether it's in modern time or if it's a story from the past that just seems to be history repeating itself right now. I love things like that. Game of Thrones was my hands down favorite show. Loved Game of Thrones. Is
that why you went to Croatia?
It's one of the reasons I went to Croatia. Yes, there's for Game of Thrones and for waterfalls. Those are the two things I went to Croatia for.
And Alexandra, how about yourself?
I don't know if you have this, but sometimes, and it didn't used to be like this. I used to watch everything, but now sometimes when I'm watching something, I'm like, oh, I know that person, or I don't like the editing here, or why was that written like that, or the art production, or the light. And people say I'm insufferable to watch movies with because I'll just blab on, which I tend to do all the time anyway. But I think that
I couldn't tell from this movie at all.
I have a bad habit of looking for the wrong things. I'm really into Fleabag though lately.
Oh man,
Fleabag
and reality TV.
Okay, so I introduced her to Fleabag, and she didn't like it after the first 3 episodes, and I was like, it becomes the greatest show ever. And then
season 2 is unbelievable.
I'm just starting season 2, and everyone says that, but I actually was one of the people who people have said that about the first season, where maybe because but for some reason, it's jarring, and maybe but you see her pain and her sort of suffering and where all of that's coming from, especially by episode 3, and it's incredible. I'm excited to continue.
Have you got to meet Phoebe Waller-Bridge? Have you guys?
No.
Is that somebody you'd want to work with? I'm assuming.
Oh my God! Yeah. Yes. That show for some reason is exactly my kind of I would love to do that. The dark humor like that, that's really, it's incredible.
I want to jump back to something you were saying. You talking about the lighting and editing. Do you got an eye for that? Do you want to direct and? No.
Oh, directing seems like way. I prefer to be told what to do than to tell people what to do.
Okay.
I have so much respect for directors. It looks really hard. It's only because I've picked it up from years of doing this.
Right.
It's just the way that I perceive.
Yeah.
The process is different.
Do you want to do more action stuff too? Because you think about like San Andreas. That was a pretty active movie. I mean, is there a sequel? There's a sequel coming for that movie, I think. I don't know if that's.
They wrote it, which I think was announced.
Yeah.
It just, Dwayne's a busy man.
Yeah, he is. He sure is. But going back to the action question alone, is action something you'd want to do more?
Oh, I'd love
Yeah.
to. I love it. I love doing stunts. I love bringing that like badass quality of myself out that I
Yeah.
don't get to access on a regular basis. I love it. Yeah.
I really enjoy that movie because that was a movie that there's been some that have been done in the 90s. They kept trying to do those like disaster movies, and it just starts to become the same thing. That movie was just fun. It was just a fun movie.
Yeah, and everyone got the tone. And Brad Payton, who directed it, he just did an incredible job. And that's like he just knew exactly how to hit the right tone of caring for the characters, but also having it be this outrageous.
But that's what I thought this movie did very well. Your movie, it's that kind of tone of it's lighthearted. You feel the chemistry. The moments are there, and it was a kind of classic romantic comedy. And is that kind of why you guys signed on to do it? Because and this is not an insult. It's a paint by numbers romantic comedy, and you want to feel good just watching.
As soon as we got the screener, Christian's like, "This is so up your alley." And
yeah.
I mean, I love rom-coms. I'm like,
my wife.
I will fight. Like people will go on front lines to fight for certain things. I will fight for the rom-com every single day.
Absolutely,
it's just great. Yeah.
It's kind of a lost art.
It is. I think I'm glad that it's coming back. I love the genre growing up. I think Matthew McConaughey kind of dominated that whole market when I was a kid. But honestly, and don't blush, but I think I took the project mainly because I knew Alex was doing it, and when I read the script, I think I emailed my agent. I was like, she's going to crush this role. I was like, so if I can be a part of it, I think it'd be great. So that was honestly the reason why I took it.
Yeah, and I was so excited to work with Tyler because Tyler's amazing, but also you have a very good sense of humor, and I knew that you'd be able to put up with my nonsense. But also, it's with something like this, I really wanted people to care for the characters because you're telling this really, but you want it's not just about the humor. The humor's there for sure, but you want people to really care and have heart, and you brought that to the role. And I think every actor tried to really bring that to the role.
Did you guys watch Glow before you did the movie? Because I mean, first of all, this isn't a spoiler, but when she goes kind of like hoofs, like that got me really. I was like,
that got me too.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, this scene is so funny.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's an incredible cast. I mean, we have Sadia, we have Laverne Cox, we have just a bunch of really incredible
A couple Orange
comedians.
is the New Black actresses.
Yeah, Kimiko Glenn. It was also cool. We shot in New York, and I'm from New York. It was cool to shoot at home and with all these really cool New York actors. And the director, a woman directed it, Elise Strand, who's incredible, and she just assembled a group of really good-hearted, really kind people. And when people were going through tough times in their personal life, like everyone was there for each other. It was kind of like summer camp. It was just a really positive experience, and I think that shows on screen and with the dynamics between everyone, because everyone really was just wonderful, liked the project, liked each other. And to your point, where you just want to work with people who are great, like the more you go through this business, you don't want to work with people who are, it's just not worth it. And having that kind of positive energy around made a huge difference for the final cut.
What part of New York are you from?
Manhattan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going back. I'm from Queens, so
are you?
Yeah, in Bayside. So we're doing a big show there this weekend. So we're excited to go back and get back home. Yeah. So that's when I hear you say that, like, yeah. Anytime we have a chance, New Yorkers, to go back, we want to go back. We want to be there and be able to work there. It's like a magic. It really is a magic.
It was my first time shooting in the city. I was
really.
So excited.
That's awesome. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Southern California, like an hour away from LA. So that was like a real treat.
You might be the nicest person I think I've met doing this. You're just like such a nice human being.
Southern California people are kind.
We're pretty. Yeah, most of us.
Some. I was going to guess Canadian.
True. If you are,
I get Canadian.
grow up
and I
in
get
Southern
Texas.
California, there's just something in the water.
Yeah, it's true.
And that something in the water is not able to make good pizza. But that's just
that's
me.
Very good point.
That's true. But I'm sorry. When did you guys film it? At what time of the year did you film this movie?
It was like fall. Well, we split because we did a week and a half, and then we took like 3-4 weeks off, and then we finished up afterwards.
Because fall in New York is
Was that because of people's schedules or
Tyler's?
Yeah, I had to go to Vancouver to shoot the crossovers for the
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look at Roxy.
Those already aired.
I was like, you just told me you didn't know anything,
no,
Tyler.
those already aired. You got all the information on that one.
God.
Very cool.
You mentioned McConaughey as like the king of the rom-coms. Because listen, like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, amazing. I'll be even the one that goes full scope. Like I don't really care when it comes to a rom-com. Are there certain rom-coms that get you every single time?
When Harry Met Sally, I think. Classic.
Yeah. Oh my God. Notting Hill.
I just watched that the other day.
I will watch that movie every night and cry. I love that movie.
That is a good. That one actually has gotten better. I think for me.
Yeah.
The later and later I've seen it in life, I was like, that is such a great.
I just turned it on the other day. I was in my house, and it was like, I don't know what time it was. I just, for some reason, just turned on Notting Hill. And I was like, why are you watching this? Like, because it's a great movie.
Oh my God, it should have an Oscar.
Your roommates in this movie remind me of his idiot roommate in Notting Hill.
Reese Hyman?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Well, no. One sort of is, and one sort of isn't. Yeah.
You mentioned Laverne Cox before, and I wanted to get back to that because one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie was a scene that took place between you guys. Again, in the interest of no spoilers, I won't say what it's about, but it's very
towards the end.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. I also love the choice that I haven't seen Laverne Cox in anything so far where they didn't make a point to say that this is a trans actor playing a trans character. Did you guys ever discuss that on set? Was there ever conversation about this decision? Because I feel like that's very groundbreaking and forward moving.
Look, I mean, that was the director cast. They cast, but no, there wasn't that discussion about addressing the fact that she just was a woman and playing a female character.
And that, when she's when you guys are having that moment, I thought that was so beautiful.
I'm glad you liked that because one of the amazing things about Laverne is that she came up with that entirely on her own, and she pitched it to the director. That whole scene was improv and part of something. She cared about the script and the story and the character so much. She felt it was really important to put that in, and everyone will see when they see the movie. But, we wanted it to be female-centric and explain how women work and how they think. And for her, that was a really important thing, and I think it really helped the film. So I'm so glad that you.
So it wasn't initially in it?
No.
Wow.
It was entirely Laverne Cox.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I'm going to just change the subject real quick, but when you were shooting True Detective Season 1, did you know it was going to be that good?
No, I didn't know any. I mean, at that point in my career, I was having trouble getting into rooms for certain things that I felt I should be getting in for, and I really wanted to do the role. I auditioned a few times, but I was quite scared of the nudity, but I wanted to do it because I knew that there were great people working on the project, and I thought that it was more of a tactical decision. Like, I need to prove to people I can work with this caliber of person in order to have them, when they look at my resume, get me into these audition rooms, because I was getting rejected from a lot of auditions I really thought I should have gotten in for. And so it was more that kind of thing. Also, I didn't have a script or anything. I just really loved the director's work, and I loved Woody Harrelson and all that. And I didn't think, maybe I thought that the show was going to be great, but I didn't think that I would have the reaction to my role in that. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, but to a degree that I never would have anticipated. So no, I had no real sense, because you never know in this business what the hell's going to happen. I mean, you can do like $100 million movie and nothing changes, and then you do something that's you think is little, or you're like, oh, I'm naked. I don't know if this is going to, like, how people are going to perceive me after I do this, and it ends up really helping you. So you just got to sort of follow your gut in this business and do what you love.
It's interesting hearing you say that you were afraid of it, because first of all, that definitely didn't show. You did such an amazing job in the show. But I am curious, was it more because you were worried about the people that you know and love and how they were going to perceive it, or strangers?
It wasn't that I didn't have a moral problem with it. It wasn't that I was concerned about, I warned my family, but I wasn't super concerned about that. It was more just, it's uncomfortable. I wasn't the kind of girl to be like, oh, I want everyone to, I was I think 26 when I saw that. I was kind of a young 26, and I didn't really, it's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I wasn't concerned like, oh, people are going to look at my body and think bad things or good things. I didn't really think about it that way. It's just, what does this mean for what am I doing? You just kind of do it. And it's just the unknown.
Yeah, it's a trust in the director, I'm sure, obviously, and it's just because that show, that season 1 was just incredible, and it was the role, and if everything fit in just seamlessly, and so I'm glad to hear you say that, because it was just such a great. It was watching that particular season. It just did something. It's transcended what television is doing now. And
Cary Fukunaga is so incredible.
So good.
And, you take a lot of risks in this business, and you have to be really vulnerable. Even crying in front of strangers or making out with strangers or yelling at strangers. Like, sometimes you're just thrown in. It's a weird thing to do. So being naked is just another vulnerable thing that you're like, oh, my God, what a weird,
Yeah. Something that I wanted to ask also with Tyler. Thank you for sharing that with us, by the way. But Tyler, I wanted to also ask you, because you played baseball for
I was
why?
going to ask. Nobody swings it.
Not a lot of people swing at baseball.
But you play baseball. Is that how you got the role in Linklater's film, or?
Funny enough, I guess partially. I guess the answer to that partially is yes. I played through college, and actually originally they were not going to see me for that because I think I was a little bit older than they were originally looking for. And as Rick said, I think when we were at South by, he doesn't always recommend this, but I did write an email. I watched Augie Garrido's documentary, and in the first 5 minutes, he said something that I had literally had written on the inside of all my hats since high school, and it was just whatever it takes. That was always our motto, just WIT. And so I had it on every single hat from high school through college. And as soon as I heard that, I finished watching the documentary just because I wanted to, but I stopped to write the email. And I sent it to my manager. I was like, dude, if that's not it, then I'm not supposed to be in this movie. I was like, but that's the email, proofread it, send it. I'm not even going to go over it again. Like, that just came out. So go.
And it worked.
And it worked. They let me do a self-tape. I sent in a self-tape, and then I went in and read with Rick, and that was that.
And the thing with that movie, too, is like college-age dudes can skew a lot in movies. I don't think
Yeah, it's also 1980. Like, do you not notice that everybody's dad in college looks like they were 35? Like, with the mustaches.
Yeah, for sure.
I still don't think I look like my dad did in college. Like, I'm still way below.
Yeah,
somehow.
sure. One last thing about Can You Keep a Secret before we let you guys go. So, for people who are just hearing about the movie for the first time, what kind of experience do you think they're going to get from watching the movie?
You're going to laugh, and you're going to cry, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, why is he doing that? And why is she doing... it's a really cute, fun, entertaining ride, and I think you'll really care about the characters, because Tyler and myself are so lovable.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
She said it perfectly. I don't know that I could add to that.
So is everyone else.
I just think it was such an easy watch. You could be in any mood at any time and put this on with your friends, with your significant other, by yourself, whatever it is. So I agree with all the things you said. And then also, like, you don't have to, a lot of things in 2019, you have to really emotionally prep for, like, okay, I have to be in a good place. You could watch this anytime. And
like a good rom-com
like
should.
A good rom-com.
That's right. Well, the movie, once again, for everybody watching live, and if you're watching on the replay or listening on Apple Podcasts, the movie is Can You Keep a Secret? It is in theaters on demand also September 13th. Alexandra Daddario and Tyler Hoechlin, thank you so much for joining us, guys. And thank you for this week. Once again, pre-tapes on Thursday and Friday, and come to the show Saturday night in Manhattan, theschmodownlive.com. We will see you there. Peace out.
Thanks.